Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Live. He can talk about anything from high school to the pros. This guy knows the game, so you better not be half-stepping.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you.
Strap in, because Coach Hayes is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain. Go ahead, right here, right now.
Subscribe now and check out CoachHayesFootball.com.
What's up, everybody? We're in the building, man. This is Coach Hayes on the Coach and Coach podcast. We got a lot to talk about, a little bit of time to do it. So as you come on in, make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe button on your way in. Also, for everybody wanting to know, the clock is up and running. Texas A&M Aggies, you on the clock. 11 days, 15 hours, 23 minutes, and 19, 18, 17 seconds before this Hurricane Nation storms into College Station, Texas, if you understand me. Kyle Field will be erupting with the orange and green, but that's not what we're here to talk about solely. We're here to talk about them other bums out here in the building, and you know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Come on, y'all already know. Let me get this right. Y'all know what we're talking about. We're talking about them Notre Dame cats. But anyway, without further ado, let me go ahead and jump on in this thing. We also are showing on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So make sure you go ahead and do me a favor. Just share this thing out. Make it happen. We got a lot to put up. Coach, put a clock up for Notre Dame next game. Ooh, I don't think there's enough space on that clock. It'll be a whole nother year. L&V, shout out to the producer in the building. Appreciate you. Anyway, the crying Irish. They ain't the fighting Irish. You right about that, baby. Anyway, we ready to rock and roll in here tonight, man. We're going to have a good time. Phone lines will be open here momentarily. L&V, let me know. You the producer. How many likes do we need to get before we open up the phone lines? I'll let you put it in the comment section as we get ready to rock this deal on here. But let's talk about it, man. Starting this thing off, Shedeur Sanders played yesterday, the Cleveland Browns versus Cam Ward, good friends, and I guess I'd call it college rivals, the Tennessee Titans. And Shedeur balled out, man. Shedeur had a good game. Let me put up his stuff. I'll be honest, I didn't watch the game. Had other things to do. Like talk about Miami getting in the playoffs. But here we're going to talk about this a little bit. Cam Ward was 14 for 28. That's 50%. At 117 yards, 2 touchdowns, an interception, and a sack. While his counterpart, Shedeur, put up 23 of 42. Ooh, that's a little bit less than 50. I want to say it's probably about 47%, but 364 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 2 sacks. And again, shout out to Shedeur for his performance. But the Cleveland Browns, they found a way to lose the game, 29-31. I try to tell the fan base, man. I mean, I like Shedeur. I think he is an NFL quarterback. I don't know how great of an NFL quarterback he is or is going to be, but I definitely think he can play in the NFL, especially with some of the other quarterbacks that I see. And I am glad he's got his opportunity to showcase his talent. However, the Cleveland Browns found a way to lose to a 1-11 team to get them their second win on the season. And I got a clip here. I thought this was very interesting. This is actually hilarious. I think it's one of those shows. What do they call it? Like one of these Cleveland shows. And this guy hit it spot on right now. And this is what I've been trying to tell people. You know, let me put this back up. This is what I try to tell people. They are such a bad organization. They have no rhyme or reason to what or why they do the things they do. I want you to listen to this guy talking about the 2-point conversion. The 2-point conversion that they needed. Listen to this.
It's the story of the Barry Stefanski era. They outsmart themselves. They outthink themselves. They overthink everything. Let me get this right. This is to tie the game. And you've got a rookie running back throwing to a rookie guy, punt returner who fumbled 3 times last week. Is that the play you came up with to tie the bleeping game? I gotta go home. It's the story
play it
of
one
the
more
Barry
time.
Stefanski era. They outsmart themselves. They outthink themselves. They overthink everything. Let me get this right. This is to tie the game. And you've got a rookie running back throwing to a rookie guy, punt returner who fumbled 3 times last week. Is that the play you came up with to tie the bleeping game? I got to go home. I got to go home.
That's the Cleveland Browns, y'all. The Cleveland Browns are Cleveland Browning. And these are the things I'm telling you, man. I don't understand them. You know, I hope Shador finds another spot, get up out of there in a hurry, quick, fast, in a hurry. But I am glad he's getting his opportunity to showcase his talent, get his chance to go out there and play and show what he can do on the field. Now, Cam Ward, on the other hand, they've been struggling. He told y'all weeks ago he kind of got in a little trouble for it. He said, we ash. Huh? If you want to keep it 100, we ash. And that's exactly what's happening with them right now. But when I look at Cleveland, and I look at Shador, and I look at these guys, one thing I give Shador Sanders credit for, I have to be as honest as I could be with this. He did some things early, but when it comes to the press conferences, I was watching some of these clips. He has done an excellent job answering the questions that get most people in trouble. They try to do things to pin him against Stefanski against him, teammates, so forth, Jared Judy situation, all of that. And he's done a phenomenal job navigating those press conferences, especially as a rookie. It's easy to get caught up in those things, emotion take over. But I'll say this, if it's him, his family, a publicist, whoever it is, public relation person, they've done an excellent job keeping him on path with how he's answering these questions. You know, and I know all he wanted was an opportunity to play, and that's just exactly what he's getting right now. And I think he's going to get an ample sample size of what you need in order to see how you're going to move forward. But the Cleveland Browns themselves as an organization, I feel sorry for the fan base. I feel sorry for even the players that's on that in that program. Myles Garrett, you know, you have this great career, and it's just going down the drains with foolishness, bro. Foolishness. Like the guy say, 2-point conversion. This the play you come up with? This the play you come up with? So there you have it. So far is that Shador and Cam Ward. Shout out to those guys in there. Next up, the Penn State athletic director. He has to come out and apologize. His name is Pat Kraft, the Penn State athletic director. He came out during the press conference, the introductory press conference of Matt Campbell from Iowa State. That's who they hired as their coach. And he comes out and he has to apologize for some leaked audio that came out. Now, here's what's important about this. In this leaked audio that comes out, he's apologizing for things that he said, this, that, and the third. And I've actually been trying to find what this leaked audio was. But to give it some context, he was meeting with some Penn State players. He was meeting with some Penn State players, and he was talking about the season. He was talking about Oregon. He was talking about Michigan and how they cheated and all of these different things. And I told you, they all got a Chat GPT script on what they have to say when they apologize. I'm going to play this apology. Then I'm going to go back and I'm trying to find what he actually said. And I got a clip of it from another gentleman's channel, but it's a little all over the place. He's got some commentary over top of it. But I'm going to play this, but I'm going to play his apology first.
What I will tell you about that is that I'm embarrassed. I apologize to anyone that I may have offended with that video that leaked. Personally, it's been challenging for me, but I am very passionate about Penn State, and it was 9 or 10 football players that asked me to come in and sit down, and we had an open and honest discussion. But I fell short of the standard that I should represent for all those people, all my staff that sits up there, all 833 athletes that I represent. And, you know, I can't apologize enough for those who I may have offended. And I gotta get better. But every one of my athletes know they can call me at any point in time and I have open and honest discussions whenever they want. We're moving on. We handle it in the family, and I'm proud of our guys. I'm proud of them, and I'm excited for them to move forward.
Now, as I sit and listen to this, and as a coach and fans, you listen to that apology and you hear the leaked information, you would think this guy said some wild stuff. You would think in your mind and your heart, he said some real, like, crazy things. I'm going to let y'all get a snippet. Now, I'm going to kind of work through some of this. But I want you to hear what was said. And shout out to trying to see whose channel this is. It's called How the AD Talks After. They don't have his name up here, but I'll try to find his information to give him his love and credit. Here we go. Let's check this out. I'll just play it in the background.
And this is not anything I'm not in any way.
I'm going to set this up the right way. So there was allegedly a players meeting with Pat Kraft and with some of the players from Penn State discussing the coaching change and kind of where things went wrong this year. And we have obtained alleged audio from that meeting. And I want to kind of break it down the best I can. And it was very long, so I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I grabbed different segments of it to play and give my thoughts on.
Talk about that a little bit, because I know this isn't your guys' mentality. But don't get caught up, and this is not anything I'm not in any way. They still beat us.
Okay, I do want to give context to this. So essentially, the players want Terry Smith. They brought up team sponsor.
What's happening with our fans, can you see it? They're getting a little like, well, that was great. It was close. Fuck that. We ain't here to be close. So yeah, we played great through adversity, and I'm proud of what you guys did.
Essentially saying that, like, the fan base wants, like, a moral victory, but, like, fuck that. He's not doing the whole moral victory thing.
But those that you guys have come, like, that ain't fucking good. Right? Tell me, like, you weren't out there. You would have helped. Do you see what I'm saying, though? So, like, you cannot let the thing be the thing, right? Like, you guys played outstanding, but they fucking beat us. And I don't want us to lose sight of that. Because what's happened here too many times at Penn State is they fucking settle for second best. That's why we made the move. All the things that you're talking about. And you should be angry. I went through a coaching change. Fucking pissed. Furious. Fuck you, you don't know what's going on. That's why I said to you guys, I get it. And you should have been angry at me. And so there's a reason why I put Terry in there, because of all the things you said, to get us to where we need to be. And yes, you have played exceptionally better.
So just want to interject here. One of the things that you wouldn't hire.
That ain't the number 2 fucking team. Close to the number.
A little bit. Without single person.
But because we played close to the number 2 team, fuck them. That ain't the number 2 fucking team. My team's better than them. And I don't want you guys to fall victim to what the crowd is saying. Because we were at the end of the year last, we started fucking punishing you. In the Oregon game, that ain't the number 2 fucking team.
Okay. So I no more like victory.
As you can see,
this is
I'm with you. I love.
As you can see, really quickly, I know it's kind of sketchy and all over the place, but he's talking to the players about the team and saying that you guys are better than what we're putting on. You guys are better than what we are providing the fan base. He's talking to these players about who they are. And I'm going to get to this second. I'm going to play this other clip when you start talking about the other team, so I want you to hear this as well.
Fuck it. All the guys that are on visits to Virginia Tech.
Okay. So now we've got a good show in a different way. For the wasn't always Penn State has that.
I'm with you. I love fucking fake one. Fuck it. All the guys that are on visits to Virginia Tech, they're not even top 500 kids. that gonna help us win? Well, you need help. You need a wide receiver. You needed a wide receiver. Well, we couldn't get a fucking dog for you to help open things up. Am I wrong? Would you have taken Carnell Tate?
Crazy.
I'm trying to go through this.
How do we fix it? Because it's not good enough.
How do we fix it? It's not good enough.
Coach here in a while.
I would agree. By the way, I love our guys, but really, let's just kind of get real in the room. And we have to like own that. So how do we fix it? This is what this afternoon is with Terry. How do we fix it? Because it's not good enough.
He's doing it.
To me, that's enough. I mean, if you guys want to do it, I'll try to put his information in the chat if you want to see his breakdown of it. I'm trying to get this guy's channel. Oh, Dead Air Sports is what it's called. I'll actually put the link in the description as well if y'all want to do it. I mean, in the chat. Let me do that right now. It's called Dead Air Sports. I just put it in the chat right there. Here you go. Shout out to him, man. Please don't copyright me. You're the only one I know that had the video and the audio. But anyhow, long story short, that is what this athletic director had to apologize for. He was talking about Oregon's quarterback, Dante Moore, shaking and being nervous. And he's speaking like a coach that's motivating the team and saying, look, this is what we have. And like he said, all those guys that left from Penn State and went down to Virginia Tech, where the former head coach James Franklin is right now. And again, all coaches are trying to poach their former players because they can, because of the transfer portal. He's like, look, they're not even top 500 kids. Let them go. Now, what is he supposed to say? See, this whole apology, cancel culture, and all this stuff, to me, this is where the snowflake society, everything's too soft and too tender. We can't hurt anybody's feelings. He didn't hurt anybody's feelings. He was talking to some guys, his team that asked for a meeting with him. Apparently, he was talking to the quarterback. I don't know if that was Drew Allar or what. But he's like, we didn't get you a top dog receiver to help open things up. We got to fix it. And I don't understand why people have to apologize for these things. Now, here's who needs to apologize. Whichever one of those players or whoever in there recorded that. See, sometimes you think you can be in a space where you can talk freely. Would he ever say that on a public forum? Probably not. But that's what they call locker room talk. That sounds like some halftime speeches. That's no different than Dan Lannon saying we ain't here. We rooted in substance. We ain't here for the clicks and likes. You say what you have to say to motivate your team to get them moving forward. There was nothing in there berating anybody, nothing in there racially motivated, nothing in there sexually oriented, motivated through orientation, nothing crazy. It was a guy talking about how do I better this program as the athletic director who's in charge to make this program better. I mean, only thing he said was probably the F word, but if that ruffle your feathers, then F it. But I would do an investigation on who recorded it and put it out there. Because that right there breaks trust. That y'all call a meeting with me, you're going to record me for what, a viral moment? What are we doing? And as an athletic director, I think he spent too much time apologizing. I know he had to apologize, so I would have went up there and said, hey guys, I'm sorry that video leaked. All right, here's our new head coach, Matt Campbell. Y'all give a round of applause to Matt Campbell. We're going to come here. We're going to win championships. Yada, 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 yada. I mean, what are we talking about here? This ain't like the Pat Fitzgerald situation where they got to go through the car wash. The boys got to go through the car wash naked and get slapped with towels, and he get a new job. We talking about an athletic director that's fighting for his program to get better and be competitive. And he said Michigan cheated, and that's facts. We all know that's facts. So what did he say wrong? Because you stated the obvious? I don't understand it. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. To me, I don't understand it. Let me push on here, and like I said, please give that young man his just due on that video. It's called Dead Air Sports on YouTube. You guys go check it out. I also put a poll up here. Which conference should Notre Dame have to join to be part of the college football playoffs? Right now, we at 39% ACC, 41% Big 10, 11% Big 12, 10% SEC. We're definitely going to get into that. Here's my next thing, and this is back to the doggone college football playoff committee and whoever runs that crap. I want to give this guy some love too. I watch a lot of his stuff, man. A lot of his. I'm trying to see his name. I think his name is Hands. Ev Hand is his name. He does a lot of these videos. You'll probably see him. But he put up a great video about people bowing out of the bowl games now. We're going to get into that part with Notre Dame. But we saw K-State was one of those teams. Kansas State was a team that did it. Florida State, Auburn, UCF, Baylor, Rutgers, Temple. And I'll get into that. But I want you to hear his take on it first. I want y'all to hear his take on it first. And let me know your thoughts, because I thought he had a very interesting. Let's give him some love as well. Eve Hand or F Hand, EVHAND is where he is.
College football bowl season is officially dead, and it's a damn shame. And we have teams who are literally paying $500,000 to not have to play in a bowl game. Bowl season used to be a reward and a celebration for teams that had a pretty good season, but now nobody gives a fuck. Like, just for example, our company WonderFan is partnering with the Birmingham Bowl this year, which is between App State and Georgia Southern. We had 7 different teams, 7, decline the invite. And the reason these teams are declining a bowl invite is not because WonderFan is the best app in the world. It's just because it's modern college football. And it honestly does make sense if you really think about it. And by the way, if you want more stories that ESPN never touches, make sure you follow me. But the issue with all of this is the transfer portal, NIL, and also the NFL. Like, why in the absolute hell would Jeremiah Love, for example, play in a meaningless, non-playoff football game for what? Bragging rights? Or just so he can play BYU, and if he wins, he can eat a life-size version of a Pop-Tart? What? Especially with the NIL these days, players don't want to go out there, risk getting hurt, and have their multi-million-dollar careers just get shattered in front of their eyes. It's like, oh, congrats, you won the Bush's Baked Beans Bowl, but you also tore your ACL, and now your NIL valuation is 25% of what it used to be. Sure, you were set for life financially before this game, but now you have a year's supply of baked beans. Right? And that's why Notre Dame, Iowa State, and Kansas State are all sitting out this year. And Iowa and Kansas State are both getting fined $500,000 by the Big 12. Let me know how you would fix this, though, because I have no idea. And especially with NIL and the transfer portal, I'm not sure it's possible. College.
Here's my take on it. I think it's selfish. Me personally, for the young men who that are going to the league, I understand if they don't play. I get it. I totally get that. And maybe I'm a guy that's stuck in old ways and don't like change or whatever. But I understand why schools are doing it, but I also don't understand. They want to spend that 3 weeks of that window of recruiting. You got early recruiting. You got NIL window. I'm sorry, you got transfer portal window up. You got all these different moving parts to play, in essence, a meaningless game. However, like I said, maybe I'm just an old head. I'm now. But what about the players who need this last opportunity? What about the players? And I know I hear y'all in there talking about Gabos. I get it. But what about the players who want to have that experience? What I do believe, the bowl should not count towards your record. You could make it a third column, win, loss, and then bowl if you want to do that. I'm okay with that. But if a school wants to play in it, I mean, if the players want to play, then they should be able to play. But the biggest problem with all this is the NCAA calendar. The calendar. Everything is overlapping one another. See, you used to have February was National Signing Day. Now it's in December because all these players, these high schoolers can get out early. Everything is getting jumbled up. And the school is saying, man, we're done with y'all. We on to the next crop of students or players. And I understand that. And it used to be, listen to this, you had to be 6 wins to be eligible. You could have 5 wins if there weren't enough 6-win teams eligible. Listen to how many 5 and 7 teams could have been bowl eligible, and they chose not to. Florida State was a 5 and 7 team, and they could have been in a bowl game because the standard was 6 wins, you make a bowl. But because so many 6-win teams are bowing out, the 5-win teams have an opportunity to get in, and they're not taking it. Florida State, Auburn, UCF, Baylor, Rutgers, Temple. I think we're actually keeping, or we're killing, like he was saying, the tradition and the fabric of college football, in my opinion. Yeah, I understand some people playing in the doggone Mosquito Bowl, or like you say, the Bush Baked Bean Bowl. I get that. But that's what made college football great, all these bowl games that are played. It's kind of a preview into next season. Who's that freshman that didn't get a chance to play a lot? He pops on the screen. That's just one more added rep that they're going to get. I don't know. He said, how do you fix it? It's simple. I mean, a $500,000 fine, that's cool. But who does that money go to? Back to the conferences. If y'all think this is ever going to be about the players, y'all out y'all mind. This is always going to be about the institution and the money in which it brings. And that's it. There you go. Shout out to, man, the Pop-Tart Bowl showed us that Emory wasn't ready. See? I don't know, man. I just think it's sad. And the fact that Notre Dame says they're not going to go to a bowl game, and we're going to get into that here in a second as I get ready to go through this because they're doing all this crying right now. They're doing all this crying right now. To me, that's what's amazing, that a team like Kansas State want to bow out. Iowa State. Yeah, you lost the coach. Well, guess what? Tough. So because your coach left and everybody was mad at Lane Kiffin, these guys at Iowa State just lost Matt Campbell. So because the coach decided to leave, we can't play anymore, coach? I can't go to a bowl game. I can't experience X, Y, and Z because you decide to go somewhere else and get paid more money? Yeah, I know it's Gabos. I get it. I get it. Let me see here. I'm trying to see who was this said. Anyway, let's need to hear Notre Dame. Let's get to Notre Dame crying like some real suckers, man. Their athletic director, Pete Bevacqua, I don't know how to say his last name. I hate jacking up names. I'm just going to call him AD Pete around this joint. AD Pete had a lot to say on the what you call it show here. On the Dan Patrick show. All right, Dan Patrick, I'm going to ask him a question. I want you to see how he's responding to this. And this is why I put on a thumbnail. Entitled, greedy, and scared. Entitled, greedy, and scared. Listen to this foolishness.
Help me understand this, though. So are you guaranteed a playoff berth if you're 12 or higher next season?
Yeah, I don't want to say too much about the memorandum of understanding, but that's certainly been reported. That's out there. And what you said is accurate.
A memorandum of understanding. Where in the hell does Notre Dame get off a memorandum of understanding?
So next year, if you're ranked in the top 12, you're automatically in the playoffs.
Correct.
Okay. And everybody agreed that, like, this was drawn up by Notre Dame, and then the College Football Playoff Committee said, we'll sign off on that?
Well, it was part of the negotiations as we were contemplating the various changes that go into the committee and in preparation for the extension of the ESPN deal.
Did y'all hear what he just said? If we're in the top 12, that means we're going to be in, regardless of what y'all say. We sent them a letter. I'm going to play this again because maybe y'all didn't hear it.
Help me understand this, though. So are you guaranteed a playoff berth if you're 12 or higher next season?
Yeah, I don't want to say too much about the memorandum of understanding, but that's certainly been reported. That's out there. And what you said is accurate.
So next year, if you're ranked in the top 12, you're automatically in the playoffs.
Correct.
Okay.
If you are ranked in the top 12, you are automatically in the playoffs. He says correct.
And everybody agreed that, like, this was drawn up by Notre Dame, and then the College Football Playoff Committee said, we'll sign off on that?
Well, it was part of the negotiations as we were contemplating the various changes that go into the committee and in preparation for the extension of the ESPN deal.
Bro, what are we talking about here? Remember when I had that little clip about the kind of money? And I'm going to get into my spiel. Did you see that foolishness? And I got another clip up here of him talking about how they were treated. We weren't treated fair. This is the athletic director.
But we were mystified by the actions of the conference to attack, their biggest really business partner in football and a member of their conference in 24 of our other sports. And I would tell you, Dan, I wouldn't be honest with you if I didn't say that they have certainly done permanent damage to the relationship between the conference and Notre Dame.
What do you mean?
Just we didn't appreciate the fact that we were singled out repeatedly and compared to Miami. Not by Miami. Miami has every right to do that. But it raised a lot of eyebrows here that the conference was taking shots at us. And that's just not something we chose to do. We wouldn't choose to do that in the future, and people might disagree with us, but that's just not something that we'd be comfortable with.
You're mad. Man, let me take this fool off of my screen, man. You're mad because the conference took shots at you because you're in the ACC in all your other sports, but not in football. And you messed up our relationship. Bro, these people are entitled. This is the poor, this is the rich kid that ain't getting his way. And he's stomping his feet, the little toddler having a tantrum. Are we serious right here? Are we? We can't be this serious. We can't be. You talk about having your cake and eat it too. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. As much as I'm so happy. Look, my Cane's in. I get it. And I gave y'all credit last night when I was on there with V12. If it wasn't for Cane Nation stepping up the way they did on all these media platforms, all of the YouTubers, the mainstream media outlets, the ESPN, whatever, and I understand there's an ESPN tie-in and all that. I'm not getting into all that. That right there created so much spotlight that the committee had to put Miami in. I'm sorry, but I'm being as honest as I can be about that. Yeah, the head-to-head, we should have been in. I'm not saying we should not, based on the rules. But trust me, that committee, if the fan base wouldn't have acted up in a positive way and got in some good trouble, as they say, trust me, that committee would have put Notre Dame in, and they showed they were going to do that by where they were ranked for the past month. For the past month, their ranking dictated that they were going to be in. And that's why I said what I said. But shout out to y'all, and I proved myself wrong and all of that good stuff. But shout out to everybody out there that did what? They raised hell, they kicked up sand, the squeaky wheel got all the oil. Shout out to Coach Cristobal going on his media tour. He was on all the different platforms talking about it. And it was so much light put on that situation that the committee had to do the right thing. They didn't have to do the wrong thing. They were about to do the wrong thing, but they had to do the right thing. And it goes to show you the power, the entitlement, and the audacity that Notre Dame come back and says, you heard that? The memorandum of understanding. What? Y'all wrote a memorandum of understanding that if we get you're not even in a conference, bro. If we get ranked in the top 12, we're going to be in. I don't care what y'all say. What? I'm telling you, big bank take little bank. I'm telling y'all. I mean, you talk about straight and utter crying. And I told y'all before, Notre Dame could go 0-12, come back next year, be in the top 25. Make them join a conference. Now, I saw Rocky. Shout out to Rocky. Rocky said, I can't wait till we play them. I hate to say this, Rocky, and I get it. I understand. We need to stop playing them. Until they join the conference, stop playing them. Because here's something else I heard. When you're in the playoffs, I think I heard this on Stephen A. was brought this up, and I don't agree with him on a lot of things. But he was talking to Paul Feinbaum. Listen to how greedy Notre Dame is. They said every team gets $4 million once you enter the playoffs. That money, some of that, a percentage of that money goes back towards the conference. So who does Notre Dame pay their money to if they're not in a football conference? Some people are paying 29% of that money, 17%, 9%, 20%, different conference, different level. Who does Notre Dame have to split that $4 million with? Now, $4 million is not a lot of money in comparison, but regardless, who are they splitting money with? In the words of Keith Sweat, nobody. Nobody. They're greedy. Anyway, I'm going to say something else. The Pope, yeah. Now, what I would do is not schedule Notre Dame. Now, when you don't play people, and shout out to Steve Sarkisian, he said this. He was talking about Ohio State. But if you don't play those people in Miami, stop being soft. Because I looked up the schedule. I might pull it up right here for y'all to see. Listen, Miami Hurricanes are scheduled to play Notre Dame over the next, I think, 7 or 8 years, at least 6 times or 5 times. Right. I think I have this pulled up properly. Let me make sure. Yes. I want y'all to see this. I'm going to put this on the screen. When we talk about playing folks, I'm going to make this small. In 2025, we played Notre Dame. In 2026, we're going to play Notre Dame. In 27, we do not play them. In 28, we're going to play Notre Dame. In 29, we don't play them. In 30, we don't play them. In 31, we're going to play Notre Dame. These are already scheduled, y'all. Look at this. So when people say, oh, this is your schedule, look at the schedule. 2034, we're going to play Notre Dame. 2037, we're going to play Notre Dame. This is already scheduled out. So if you want to have an ACC type schedule, Notre Dame, join the ACC. $25. Let me see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Stop playing these fools. Stop playing them. See, look, if Shift Golf, thank you, they have an agreement with the AC to rotate game with the AC. Why? They're not in a conference. You notice they always have an agreement, a partnership, but they don't have no skin in the game. That's big bank, take little bank right there. That's what that is. We want our cake and eat it too. Shout out to my ladies out there. What old grandma say? Baby, why buy the cow when the milk is free? You know, they talk about in relationships and stuff. Why did a man have to buy you or be loyal to you as a lady when he getting the milk for free? The milk and honey, if you understand what I'm saying. I wouldn't play them. I'll pay the fine. Nobody play them. Play a bunch of G5 schools and see what you ranked in. But again, big bank take little bank. Everybody gonna move for money. Steve, what's up with you, baby? Shout out to us on Twitter, man. 261 people in the building and climbing. Let's go, man. We got 177 on YouTube, 84 on Facebook. I mean, on X, aka Twitter. And then they're going to come out and say, we're not going to participate in a bowl game? Why? Again, pulling and showing their leverage. They'll rather pay a $500,000 fine than do what you want them to do. People crazy, bro. Let me get to my last topic. I'm going to open up the phone line, 862-799-9956. As the lines are up here, I've been talking 45 minutes. Yes, sir. We're having a good time. I appreciate y'all coming to join us on the Coach McCoach podcast right here, 862-799-9956. As I go into my Going Too Far segment, let me explain something about going too far. I watched Shatas yesterday, I believe it was. Yeah, gone too far, Biggs. But listen, I know this is old. I've been trying to catch some new stuff. But I've been wanting to talk about this. Odell Beckham. Y'all probably know. Y'all probably heard about it. Odell Beckham is talking about money and generational wealth. I want y'all to hear this and tell me if this dude ain't tripping. He's on the Pivot podcast.
If I didn't have $1 in my account right here today as we speak, I'm going to be straight for the rest of my life. No question, right? I don't think everybody is in that. And when you've sacrificed your whole life to get here, and you're like, yeah, I played 10 years in the league. And I always explain this to people, I'm like, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year, you know, that you have to spend, use, save, invest, flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna give my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really 40 million over 5 years, 8 a year, you know? And now you start breaking down the numbers, it's like, that's a 5-year span of where you're getting 8 million. Can you make that last forever? And you always hear the people who ain't us and ain't been in the position like, oh, well, that would last a lifetime. If I don't.
Sir, that clearly would last a lifetime. The problem is, Mr. Beckham, and I know a lot of people have spoken on this already, and I understand. But the problem is, sir, you trying to keep up with the Joneses. You are spending your means. Just because you have $1 million and you could technically label or categorize yourself as a millionaire, don't mean you could do millionaire stuff. For you to say that you couldn't live off $100 million, let's take taxes, 60 million, but let's be a little generous. And let's give them a little more than they want. Make it a 60-40 split. Give Uncle Sam 60 million. Make sure you don't owe no back taxes. You end up like Wesley Snipes. If you couldn't live off $40 million a year, $40 million for the rest of your life, then, sir, you are financially illiterate. What I will say to most people, 99%, probably 99.9% of America ain't never going to get $40 million, and they living off that every day. See, shout out to my man Street. We talked about this years ago, and I remember him saying this. The problem is most people eat the seed of the money and not the fruit the money produces. You want to eat the seed of the tree and don't give it a chance to grow. If you're making $12 million a year and you're spending $4 million, a third of that money a year, sir, you're in the wrong thing. You're doing the wrong thing. I get it. You want to have the latest this to that. You want to take the trip. You want to take the whole family and the crew. Well, guess what? Unfortunately, you can't take it because you'll do exactly what people say. You'll be broke, dog. And the problem, I'll say this in our community a lot of times, is that we give each other a fish. We don't teach each other how to fish. That's always been the problem. We all got homeboys we grew up with that looked out for us. We all got family members, the dude in the neighborhood, the auntie that took us in. But don't just keep giving. Teach them how to fish. Teach them how to take that little bit of money that you may give and turn it into something. Don't just keep saying here. No, when you go on vacation, 25 people don't need to go with you, dog. I'm not saying you shouldn't have nice things. But what I'm saying is you have to understand how to use money because money will use you. And if you can't survive off 40 million for the rest of your life, I ain't say you ain't have to work. Do something with the money. Don't just get out the bed. And I think that's the problem. You think you're just going to get out the bed every day and not do anything. I'm not here to preach to y'all. Well, why does Warren Buffett still work every day? Why does Jeff Bezos work every day? Why does Elon Musk work every day? Why does Mark Cuban work every day? They don't have to work, but you got to be able to what? Keep that tree growing. I'm not getting into what they do, their affiliations. I'm just talking about the status in which they have and the money they have. They still get up and go to work every day. You understand what I'm saying? I don't understand how people don't understand that. Money doesn't grow if you don't water it. You got to get up and find a way to water it. No, you can't run them routes no more, Odell. Nope. Nope, that post move don't work no more. What you going to do with it? And don't invest in everybody's idea. I hate to say that. Just because your uncle could cook doesn't mean he could own a restaurant. Just because you're a chef or you can cook. Boy, Uncle John, boy, that boy made some killer rib. Boy, we gonna own us a rib joint. You'll be broke because he may not be a businessman. You can't invest in everybody's idea. I'm just talking as I could tell you. So and I'm going to say this. I always tell people, I'm never really mad at what the people say. I'm mad at the people around them. I'm mad at Ryan Clark, Shannon Crowder, Fred Taylor, for allowing him to sit on there and not challenge him on that. Ryan Clark kind of like, yeah. No, hell no. You can't tell me. Anyway, I ain't here to preach to y'all. I think you're gone too far. Anyway, we got the phone line rocking 862-799-9956. Go ahead and call in and we can talk about any of these topics up here today. I know most of y'all are going to get on Notre Dame head and the AD Pete and everybody else out here in the building. I appreciate y'all. Also, I want to give a quick bit of love before I get started on Cash App. We had some donos on Cash App today. Last night, but they came through a little bit later. So I want to make sure I put this up here today. Well, y'all know how hard it is, boy, trying to run this thing like this. God almighty. Shout out to Bethel in the building for the $10. He says for the 10th seed. Thank you for the $10, man, Bethel. Thank you for that. Also, again, the poll is up. Big Ten is still in the lead at 41%, ACC 37% about what conference Notre Dame needs to join. All right, let's get this thing rocking. We're going to be up in here for a little bit. Let's have some fun with it. Ryan's son played for Notre Dame. I don't care. Well, F that job, man. All right, I was going to say something. 275 people in the building. How many likes we got, L&V? I forgot. You're supposed to tell me the like count before we open up the phone line, but we here now. L&V. We only got 76 likes? Come on, dog. Make it 100. I need 24 likes before we get started. I ain't saying nothing else. I'm on strike. I ain't playing Notre Dame. I'm on strike. Let's see how fast we can get. Can we get 24 likes in 2 minutes? That's crazy. Now that's crazy. We got 84 already. Look at y'all. Hit the like button. Stop playing. Rocky said hit the like button because he on the line. He got something to say. 84. Come on, y'all. We ain't even broke 100 likes. 101. See how fast y'all work? See, look at that. Look how fast we work, y'all. It wasn't even a minute. Come on, man. Don't be crying, coach. Well, guess what? If Notre Dame could cry, I could cry too. It's my podcast. I could cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. I'm just messing with y'all. I'm going to jump on this cane juice with us, Tommy. Man, we got cups too. That thing biting. All right, Rocky. You first on the line.
Yeah, there he is. What's going on, Coach?
I'm good, baby. I'm good, man. Shout out to Steve on Twitter. What's up with you, man? Talk to us, Rocky. What's on your mind?
You want to know what I think about? You want to know what I think about Notre Dame and the AD? Here's what I think about Notre Dame and AD. You ready? Here we go.
Whoop that trick. Whoop that. Yeah.
That's what I think about Notre Dame, man.
You about to make me go in here and play this thing, man.
Hey, man, get it kicking, man. Open it up, man. Turn it up.
No, we about to get copyright. You know, I got copyright again yesterday for doing the Tootsie Roll backwards with no hands. But anyway.
They got mad at you for doing that yesterday?
Man, they copyright me, man. They got me.
Man, that ain't worth the crap.
Anyway.
Man, where in the hell does Notre Dame get off trying to dictate to the whole world of college football what they think they can do with the playoffs next year because the University of Miami passed them up? I tell you what, Coach, I got to give it to the University of Miami, baby. Mm-hmm. We are, man, look, we have been trendsetters for 40 years. And even though we hadn't done anything in the past 20, we finally get a break and we get our shot and we still setting trends. Before it was changing the rules of college football because we beat people too bad and we celebrated too much.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because we beat a team one-on-one, head-to-head in a system that is supposed to be the poster child for college football, and the committee, to their credit, did what they were supposed to do because games actually matter on the field. Now they want to try to change the rules again because Miami made it happen.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is that they want to change the rules saying, okay, you know, a memorandum of understanding that okay, Notre Dame is ranked in the top 12. We automatically get in. What kind of bull crap is that?
But hold on. Here go the audacity. Here go the real audacity. It's called the Memorandum of Understanding. What? Bro, what are we talking about?
A memorandum of understanding is not a non-binding agreement, man. I mean commodities trades all day. I promise you. There ain't nothing to that. This is a bunch of whining, entitled, babies isn't even a good word to even describe it. Can't believe, man, they were blistered today. From Feinbaum to, Stephen A., Colin Coward. Everybody blistered Notre Dame today. The only one that they kept his mouth shut and had to tuck his tail between his legs was Joey Galloway, who actually did a pod with Kirk Herbstreit and Mario Cristobal. I don't know if you saw that, but he actually came on with his tail tucked between his legs. Okay, coach. Okay, I acknowledge y'all are a good team. I hope y'all do well in the playoffs. Man, I ain't buying that bull crap either, man. That dude did nothing but dog us the whole time leading up to this, and now he wants to come and make amends, man. The hell with that guy.
Let me ask you real quick, Rocky. What's wrong? And maybe that's why God didn't make me a head coach in no Power 5 or Power 4 program. Because I would have gave Joey Galloway the works. I'd be like, hey, Joe, you was talking that ish, my man. You was talking real greasy a few minutes ago. Now, you backpedaling, dog. See, maybe I wasn't fit because I always like to get in the kitchen and cook. Because, and again, it's all fun and banter. That's my whole thing. It's not seriousness. Ain't nobody finna come to blows over this. But the same way he had fun as a talking head, Joey Galloway, I'm saying, putting us down. Why can't I go in as a coach and defend my team the same way the athletic director defended his decision moving on from a James Franklin to the players and saying, we're better than this. We just need this, this, and that. And you got to apologize for that, bro. What kind of world are we living in that you have to apologize? He didn't make a slur. I'm thinking like he said, like, man, F them injuries over there. I'm thinking something came out like a slip of the, you know what I mean? I'm thinking I'm going to hear like, those bunch of Michigan Wolverines are a bunch of maggots, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm thinking something like this is about to come out. None of this. I'm thinking he said, like, you know, I wish such and such would just be unalive. The dude was bigging up his program, and as the head guy, he wants to see it be successful, and he had to apologize. I don't get it.
Don't get it either. I don't get it. Man, look, I'll say this about Mario, man. We got a coach that definitely takes the high road.
Yes, sir.
I'd have been simmering on that podcast. And I love, you know what else, Coach? I love what he did whenever, you know, one of the things that came out of the college football play, backing up a bit, the college playoff committee, the selection day show, was you saw everybody was together in their rooms and this and that, and watching the committee show together, all these teams. I mean, for us, it was business as usual, man. I love that tactic by Mario.
Right.
And one of the things that the reporter said was, he said, you know, reporting from, I think it was, I can't remember if it was a female or male. They said that, you know, coming from Coral Gables, a lot of frustration going into that show because what is there to talk about?
Right.
We beat Notre Dame. We have the same record. We have the same measurables. We have the same metrics. You know, why are we even having this debate? So for them, you know, it was just a matter of fact deal. And like Mario said, yeah, you got some anxiety because it's out of your control, but ultimately when everything was laid out, they did the right thing. And credit to the committee again for doing what they did. I just can't believe that Notre Dame would have the audacity to come out. And what did they say, Coach? That now they're leveraging, they said something about leveraging their relationship with ESPN. That's part of that MOU. Is that what they said? I think that's what he said in one of those interviews. It came out in conjunction with the ongoing contract talks
and negotiations. That's my whole thing with the MOU, with the memorandum of understanding. He was talking about we brought this in part of our negotiations. That's what I'm saying. Like where do y'all get? Oh, you're not in the conference, so because you're not in the conference, if we're ranked number 12 seed at 12 at some point, we are guaranteed a spot in the college football playoff. What?
Yeah, look. Here's the juice. All right. Nobody owes Notre Dame's squat crap. The ACC, ESPN, College Football Playoff Committee, they haven't even committed to being a part of the Big Four because they think they're too good. All right. And like you said, you know, they're greedy. They don't want to share anything with anybody. They think their NBC contract makes them bulletproof. All right. So, you know, all of it is a bunch of BS. Everybody sees it for what it is. They cannot acknowledge the fact that head-to-head matters over more than what you know may have been perceived during the course of the rest of the season. And when you look at the schedules, you know, the other argument is, you know, play somebody.
Well, Rocky, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I do want to say, I got to push on. Here's what I want to say. Notre Dame knew exactly that head-to-head mattered. What they were anticipating was the greasing of the pocket of the committee was going to push them over the top. And when the committee was forced to do the right thing, see, let's not get the committee off the hook now. We got to give the fan base the credit, not the committee. The committee was prepared to screw Miami. I don't care what nobody say. That's my conspiracy theory. That's my whole thing. The committee was prepared at all costs to screw the University of Miami over, and you could tell through their actions. For a month, Notre Dame was ranked here. Let's call a spade. Notre Dame was ranked at 9, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9. And at the last moment, they dropped 3 spots. Nobody else dropped that many spots. Nobody dropped that many spots because they had them ranked too high because the committee was prepared to do the wrong thing. But the fan base put so much light on the situation, they had to do the right thing. And here's what I'm going to tell you this, Rocky. I'm going to say this. Let's say me and you got a deal going. I'm like, all right, Rocky, we got that crate coming in on the port, you know, crate 305 coming in. It's got some of them them white groupers in it, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's got some export. Yeah, we importing some. Yeah,
we got some. You get what I'm saying?
Importing the local.
Yeah, them square groupers. We got the square groupers coming in, and when the police show up, now I'm the dock man. I'm the dock boss. And when you open that container, I'm like, arrest him, officer. And you looking at me like, dang, dog. You was in on this. I don't know what he's talking about. Arrest that because you're caught red-handed. I can't be a part of it. That's the same thing happened with the committee, in my opinion. That might be a terrible analogy and a terrible parallel, but the cane juice biting, and damn it, y'all gonna love it today. So
here's what I say, Coach.
Yeah.
And not a lot of credence is getting given to this.
Yeah.
But when Duke beat Virginia, they had no choice. Because they weren't going to leave out a Power 4 conference.
Exactly.
Much pressure for that.
Exactly. And if Virginia would have won, we would have been out. We would have been out. If Virginia would have won, that would have said they got an ACC representation. They got an ACC because, again, Notre Dame doesn't represent. So they had ACC representation, Big 10, Big 12, SEC.
Yeah.
And it forced their hand.
Agree.
And it forced their hand. So before I let you go, I gotta run. But before I let you go, Rocky, guess what? You got one last thing because I gotta get rolling.
Yeah, I gotta give you my outro, Coach. Man, I appreciate you letting me have it on, and we're gonna take it out like this. You ready?
I'm ready. Hold up, I got you. Get him! Get him! Yes, sir! Yes, sir, Rocky. Whoop that trick. Oh, you're too funny, man. Much love, Rocky. Yes, sir. All right, let me get the next one in line on here. Oh, we got my man member up in here, Tommy Cruz. Talk to us, Tommy.
What they do, Coach? What they do, man? This is what Tommy Cruz calling from Duval. What's up,
from Duval off in here? I'm good, man. I'm good. What's going on with you, brother?
Hey, man, just got on that cane juice with you.
It's biting? That thing biting over here.
Yeah, it's biting hard. I'm taking mine straight to the head, man.
Be careful. Talk to me. What's on your mind, bro?
I ain't gonna waste too much energy on this Notre Dame, man. I think we wasting a little too much energy on it, man. Spending too much time on it. I'm more concerned on what the next step is, man. Now I couldn't figure out how to get into Discord, man. Every time I clicked on the link, it wouldn't let me join. But you remember I told you now when we played Pitt, I told you them boys with that honey bun with that white icing on. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. You did.
Now I'm gonna call it out right now.
The boy sweet.
I think we're gonna spank. Texas A&M, and I'm standing on that, Coach.
I'm with you. Listen, let's go to work. Listen, boy, we done found us an extra life on the board. Ding, 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 ding. Let's go. It's time to work. You got one life left on Contra. I'm going old school. You remember Contra?
No, that's too old for me, Coach.
Damn, dog. That's back Nintendo days, huh? Up, down, left, right, select.
I don't know.
Yes, sir. All right, talk to me. He said Nintendo 64. Man, I'm an 8-bit dude, dog. We had 8 bits.
that's before my time, Coach. yeah, man. But man, we smacked Texas A&M, dog. Ain't no stopping it, dog. It's gonna be like a runaway freight train at that point. That's all we really need to see. That's the game of the year for me.
Mm-hmm. I'm all for it, man. Listen, I'm all for it. Like I said, them tickets outrageous right now. Holy smokes, bro.
Oh yeah.
Them tickets crazy, boy. Lord of mercy.
Yeah, man. So what's the bet if we spank Texas A&M? Are you out of here? The Tootsie Roll backwards. What's the next?
Did the Tootsie Roll backwards? Man, I'm a draw.
Yeah, I seen you.
Y'all didn't tell me my LV supposed to blur my butt out, man. Man, my pan falling down. I wasn't prepared to do all that. I have no shoes on, Jesus. Hey, what did they say? I ain't had no shoes or nothing on, Jesus. Lord, there's a fire.
Back was sweating.
Oh no, I already gotta go. I gotta go do a cycle class. I done Tootsie roll backwards with no hand. I got a cycle class coming up. Let me see. I gotta find something else. I gotta go over there to Cycle Bar and get them to hook me up, man. Cycle Bar, that's a good spot.
You got to work in that night. You got to work out in that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you up though, man. I just wanted to holler at you, man. I know we spending a lot of time on the Notre Dame thing, but for me, I'm focused on Texas A&M. Notre Dame fans, they some busters. They always been some busters. I don't even really like to get into it with them, man. For real, because the proof is in the pudding, dog. Head to head. I already knew what it was gonna be when it came down to that. It wasn't even a surprise to me, Coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy they did what was right. They did what was right.
Can I tell you something else?
Right.
A lot of people don't realize this.
What's up, Coach?
The one lady that was on the committee, I don't know if you saw that, was a lady on the committee. I believe she was the athletic director for Virginia. And they lost to Duke. I mean, Duke beat them. She may have been a deciding factor. Let me see. I believe her name is Carla something. Her name is Carla Williams. Yep, Virginia athletic director. She might have said, you know what? I need an ACC representation. Put Miami in.
So you think that's the reason we got to ask? Because of Duke?
Yeah, because there was no ACC representation. There would have been no ACC representation. And even though you got the two G5s in, and I'm telling you, they want Notre Dame so bad. And I'm not taking anything. Miami did what, well, I can't say they did. We should have done better. But the head-to-head with Notre Dame was enough. They just couldn't. They were caught red-handed, and they had to put us in. And if I would say that if Notre Dame was part of the ACC, they would have put Notre Dame in. I don't care what nobody says. I know the head-to-head, but we're talking about what they would have done. I'm not saying that was the right thing to do. I'm telling you what they would have done. Right. But because they got the hand in the cookie jar, they had to get that thing slapped, man. They had to.
Yeah. I guess that makes a lot of sense. I don't know, man. I think they just couldn't ignore the head-to-head. They couldn't ignore that, especially with us being close.
No, correct. Correct. They had to. I'm just saying, we've seen them do things. We literally saw them do, I don't care what they say. And I know we talked about Florida State, not yet. Well, they did. They did Florida State dirty. I don't care what nobody say. Yeah, it ended up being a bad loss to Georgia. But you have to, but bro, if I win 13-0, I don't care if I lost my quarterback. I should have been able to move on. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, Tommy, talk to us, man. Let us know what you got going, what you think, man, and I'm gonna push on you.
Ain't no pressure, man. That's about all I wanted to say, man. All the King fans out there, man. Everybody keep your head up because we in this thing, baby, and we rocking, man, and we rocking. You know what I'm saying? We finna knock Texas A&M off. We gonna stand 10 toes in the paint, dog.
Yeah.
Real talk. Wow. I think Mario and I think Shannon, they got something cooking. And when it's hot and ready, we're gonna see it next week, baby.
There it is.
Let's keep it rocking.
I love it, man. Well, appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you supporting this channel as always, man. Thank you, brother.
All right.
My man. Shout out to Tommy Cruz off in here, man. Let me get Chi-Town Kane up next, Ohio player. Then I'm gonna get to 28, 96, 42, 48. But Smiley says, I see it this way, coach. Notre Dame lost to the Aggies. Okay. When we beat ratings for Canes. Come on now, Smiley. You got to work with your boy. Hold up. I see it this way. Hold on. I know what it is, Smiley. I got the fix. Hold on. Maybe I don't, Smiley. Hold on. Ha-ha! Oh, now I see it. I see it this way, coach. Notre Dame lost to the Aggies. When we beat rating for Canes, rematch. Beck play Bulldogs money. Rating, that was the vision of the committee. Yeah, these glasses didn't help. I ain't understand what in the world you talking about, Smiley. We need some periods and some commas. I'm a little jacked up. Rewrite that and we'll come back again. I thought the spectacles were going to help, but they ain't help. Sorry. Am I getting old if I start doing this? I'm just messing with you, Smiley. But for real, replay. Am I getting old if I put my glasses like this? This is when you know you're old. When you be talking and then you got to do like this and they be on the tip of your nose like Jimbo Fisher. You know how Jimbo Fisher be calling plays? Huh? Jimbo be like this. He be calling plays. That's when you know you're getting old. I ain't that old yet. Anyway, let me get a Shot Town King. Shot Town, talk to her.
It's Chicago. What up, Coach?
What's going on? Sound like some gang fighting going on over there. Some GDs and BDs.
Nah. I was watching. I was listening to some Chief Keef real quick, but bro, Notre Dame. What's wrong with Notre Dame, bro?
I don't know.
Like they act like it's still the '80s where people still care about Notre Dame. Like that don't make no sense. Like you really gonna like take your ball and go home and just say, nah, I'm done with the season because you ain't getting. And they mad at the wrong person.
Right.
They should be mad at the SEC for letting Bama stay in. They mad at the ACC. Like that's crazy. First of all, they in the ACC in every sport but football and hockey. Hockey, they're in the Big Ten, and football, they're independent. So they would keep all that money. And they're upset that.
Hold on, they're in the Big Ten in hockey.
Yeah, they're in the Big Ten for hockey, but in soccer, basketball, and I think lacrosse, they're in the ACC.
I know basketball, they're in the ACC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're in the big hockey and everything else. They're in the ACC. It don't make no sense, bro.
I blame Newt Rodney.
In fact, you blame. Actually, you know what? This is the first time that I've ever seen Notre Dame be a villain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, normally it's Miami. You know that you got Florida State, Florida. In the eyes of America, in the the news outlets, Miami has always been the villain. People dislike us because just how the Canes are. Now you got the whole country looking at Notre Dame, like, what is wrong with you? Like national media is turning on Notre Dame. Notre Dame has never been in this type of spotlight.
You know the problem with it, Deshaun? You have a very valid point. It's almost like, you know how the bully at school or the goody two-shoes at school always gets their way, but they're actually terrible. They do some real evil stuff. You know what I mean? But in front of the teacher, they're like, hi, Miss Johnson. How was your day today? Here's your apple. And then when Miss Johnson turn around, you know what I mean? They be flicking kids and poking them in the eye and all that foolishness, right? And then finally the tables have turned. And now everybody's against that person and they don't know how to handle it. But what do you mean? I'm the good student. I'm the good daughter. I'm the good son. And they don't know how to handle it.
You know what? They got so used to that name meaning that they could do certain things, and people are like, no. Like last year was the first time they actually played good enough to make it to the national championship, and they lost. But every year before that, they'd make it and they'd be bounced first round. And it wouldn't even be close. They wouldn't even make it competitive. So, first of all, because you know what, with how they're acting, if I'm every other person, if I'm the SEC commissioner, ACC commissioner, Big Ten, everybody, what I'm doing is, I'm like, okay, fine. I'll let you play our worst people. And then if I'm the committee, I'm ranking them 13 every year.
Mm-hmm.
Like just 13, because the understanding is that they'll automatically make it to the playoffs if they're in the top 12. Okay. Well, your record isn't strong enough. We'll put you right at 13. And then you're just going to stay there.
But they're not going to do that.
Decide.
Man, what I do, I wouldn't even play. I wouldn't let the other schools play. Wouldn't even play Notre Dame. Then that start killing recruiting, all of that. You talking about down goes Frazier. Man, when people start backing out, nah, we ain't playing, y'all. Nope, we're not saying.
All the Power 4 teams.
Yeah.
All the Power 4 teams. And then they got to play Group of 5.
Yeah.
Well, we're beating everybody by 50. Yeah, but you're playing a G5 schedule. So now we're going to give you the same treatment as a G5 team.
No, you can play the Power 5, but you're going to play the last one. You're going to play Oklahoma State, where even if you beat them, you have played the bottom of the barrel team. Like even if you get into a game, you're going to play. They so low ranked that even if you beat them, you can't even be like, golly, they don't even have a signature win. Like even if you beat somebody, it's not a caliber. Like, you know what I mean? Just what you do is you put them in a box and go to show them, we're going to dictate to you. You don't dictate to us. Because you're not even, you go play Colorado.
Yeah. And what's crazy is
thanks, Rose.
They actually had a way for the national media to get on their side. All they had to do was say, Bama lost 3 games. They wasn't close in the conference championship game. They should have been out. That's all they had to say. But because the Catholics realizing that the convicts got in over them, I think that was more of a punch to the gut than anything else. Like Notre Dame taking a backseat to Miami in the eye of public opinion, that has never happened, ever. Like, no, Notre Dame is just, like, first of all, if I'm a recruit, if I'm a high school kid and I see what's going on, I'm like, why? Because now all those walk-ons, all those seniors who never got a shot at making it to the NFL, none of them. They played their last football game 2 weeks ago, and they're just going to end their football career like that.
Yeah, that's terrible. To me, that's bad business, man. That's bad business. But
and then I'm gonna finish off with one thing. Odell saying that you can't make generational wealth off of what was it, $8 million a year?
No, you can't make. Million? He said 100 million, and then taxes make 60. And he was saying over 5 years. First of all, his math was off. He's saying 4 years times 5 is 40 million. It's only 20 million, but I get what he's saying, sir.
Give me 10 million over 5 years, and I promise you, and subtract tax from that. I promise you, my family be well off.
Yeah, give me 10 million over 10 years and watch Coach work. Watch Coach work. Huh?
What?
Watch Coach work. Give me 10 million over 10 years and watch Coach work.
What? And then on top of that, I understand that most of America will never know what it's like to be a high caliber athlete and make that much money. I completely understand that. But you know what? Most of us out here are making it with barely enough to eat.
Not even 2% of that. Not even a percentage of that.
And we're making it work. And on top of that, I don't understand this need for people to feel appreciated by people in their family. First of all, I could cut most of my family off, and they all know this. My sister and I were talking about, she has a long time to go before she gets married, but she's like, well, if I invite certain people to my wedding, I need to invite the other people because I don't want to feel anybody left out. I'm like, who the hell told you that? I'm like, you know what? Give me, if you really think that way, just give me the letters and say, I gave them to me to mail out. I will never mail them out and let them be mad at me because I could care less. Because if you are hampering what I'm doing, if you're making my life harder, first of all, it's my life too. I only got one of them. I am not on this earth long enough to really deal with not being comfortable. That you're not going to make me uncomfortable in my 24 hours that I got in a day. There's not enough hours in the day for me to be uncomfortable.
Yeah. But I'll say this to you, Rocky. You got to remember, guys like Odell, even though they're uber talented and their time has come and probably gone a little bit, that's okay. but they always have to be validated and they have to justify why they're important, right? Because all their life they've been praised, right? See, what people have to understand about athletes, especially high caliber athletes, a lot of them have been praised since they were 3, 4, 5 years old. That you could see the talent in them, right? You could see the talent. They've been praised since they were 5. And what people don't understand about athletes is I've been around quite a few. When that light switch goes off and you're in that room by yourself because you're only 32 years old. See, people don't realize that their careers, and I know they talk about the 4 years and the average, but we're talking about people like Beckham who had a career, Shannon Sharp, all these people, we're talking about 10-year careers, dog. 13 years. That's not a long time, even though they've been doing this for a long time. But from a professional standpoint, they've been doing it 8, 9, 10 years. You are very young. Tom Brady was 45 when he retired. Very young. What is he going to do the next day he wakes up? He's got the rest of his life to live, and the light switch goes off, meaning you're not talked about. You're not the new guy. We're not talking about contract extension. You're no longer in the news. And they don't set themselves up for afterlife. You know what I mean? After football life, I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So when they don't set themselves up, nobody want to see the 35-year-old Odell Beckham in the club. First of all, the 23-year-old girl in the club don't even know who the hell you are. You too old.
No, definitely not. I told my B team players that, because at freshman they got A team and B team. A team are usually the better players. B team are the people that are just starting off. I told all my A players, I'm just like, hey, listen, those B team players are killing y'all mentally. Y'all may be physically more gifted right now, but most of y'all just hit y'all athletic peak early. Most of y'all are done where y'all at. The B team players haven't even hit their stride yet, and they're already mentally tough because most of y'all in here wouldn't show up to practice if you knew you weren't getting no playing time. Just to show up to practice and just be tackling dummies for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
1,000.
yeah, I ain't got time for that.
1,000. Well, let me roll Shot Town. I got to get a couple of donos off in here too, man. And we got to get some of these folks on the line. We got 325 people on here balling out here. 145 on X, 173 on YouTube. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like, share, subscribe button. Shot Town. Appreciate you, baby, as always, man.
Appreciate it. We finna beat Texas A&M, beat Ohio State revenge game, Bet gonna beat Georgia, and playing that natty down at the Rock. That's what we finna do.
Listen, I'm from the crib. My first job was in the stadium. I used to sell cookies for the Marlins. Miss Field cookies right there. Oh, they gonna let me up in that stadium because I know a way. I know a way up in the stadium. Matter of fact, 12 grew up right there. We grew up right by the stadium. I'm from Carroll City. Oh, I'm gonna get up in the stadium right there on Dan Marino Boulevard. Oh, you thought I didn't know the address? Stop playing with me.
I'm flying down. I already look Cuban. They'll find a way to put me in there. I'll say I'm Cristobal's nephew or something.
That boy gonna be in there talking about, Mami, el negro que está toda, usted no sé, niño, tú quiero ser los años. All right, man, let me get up out of here, Shot.
All right,
yeah. That boy, shout out, man. Let me get the next call on here, but I got to get these donos out the way. Y'all do me a quick favor. Clap it up for Lou in the building. Been a member for 25 months. Appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you. I actually missed this earlier. They said they should invite HBCUs when we were talking about people coming in to the committees. I thank you. Skinny for the $4.99. It says time to bring the fatigues back out. That D-line about to go to war with A&M O-line after the comments. Hey, I wish Cristobal did. You know what I'm saying? I know he tried to keep himself up here. But, boy, if he ever get off that plane with them doggone fatigues, boy, you got to play that mystical. I was born to be a soldier. Hot damn. Oh, don't you move. Come on, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, Skinny. Skinny for the $4.99 again. Hey, Coach, my only problem I'm worried about is Brockmeyer against these lines we're about to see. What do we do to help them? Start cutting people right now. We at war. We at the point of no return. We taking the kneecaps, calf muscles, and shin bones on the way up out the stadium. State property, get down or lay down. Come on, Brock Ma. And shout out to Tommy for the 189. That's too deep, Coach. Pause. Hold up. What you mean too deep? I ain't saying nothing about that. Oh, no, y'all have gone too far. Anyway, Ohio player in the building, then we go into the numbers. Up here, 862-799-9956. Ohio player, you play so beautifully, don't you agree? Talk to me.
Hey, Coach Hayes, how you doing?
I'm good, my brother. How you feeling?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, you know.
Do me hold on, real quick, Ohio player. You sound a little muffled. I don't know if you're on Bluetooth or speaker.
You better now?
Oh, 100%. Talk to me.
Okay. Yeah, I had them earphones in. Yeah, I ain't got no problem with Miami getting in. You know, because you gotta think about it. Duke won the ACC tournament or conference game, but they weren't gonna put no 8-5 team in there. So I do, kind of see that. But Alabama, they've been playing almost like trash the last month, and so I do think Notre Dame had a legitimate shot to get over Alabama. Now they say, even though Miami did beat Notre Dame early in the season, but it was ranked higher than Miami for the rest of the season. If that makes sense. So I understand where they're coming from to a certain extent. Now it's not always Notre Dame gets over Miami, because I was looking at some Notre Dame Miami history. Now you probably know this better than me, but I think back in the late '80s or whatever, Notre Dame, they lost to Miami last game of the season, but they beat Colorado for the national championship game by 15 points, but they gave it to Miami still.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they still gave Miami the national championship. So it's a little history there. So and
yeah, they trash.
To get
Notre Dame trash.
Sorry. Hey, that is my team, and that. So
it slipped out.
It'll matter because Ohio State gonna win it all anyway. So
what clip at? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So hey, I ain't worried about it. They odds on favorite, and this is gonna motivate them again like it did previous year, losing 30-10, and they know what they got to do. If they want to repeat. So also I would say this about Shador. Shador played a great game. 3 touchdowns throwing, 1 rushing, 364 yards. Yeah, he's coming. He not only come, he already came. He's here, and not only that, he's QB1. And I think if they just only thing they got to do is build around him. Hey, and even his naysayers, coming around now. So that's a good thing. And with the college football playoffs, and I'm about to land with this. It's always going to be a one team left out that a school think should have been in. So that's just all it is to it. But all in all, I think it was a pretty good selection. And I'm just rooting for my Buckeyes, and hey, that's going to be that.
All right, quick question, Ohio player. Got a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Was I right when I said the Cleveland Browns going Cleveland Brown? How in the world?
Oh yeah.
God almighty, y'all. When I looked at the game, I looked at the game. It was up 21-7 or something at some point. Then all of a sudden they come back and lost the game. I say, yeah, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, they did Cleveland Brown stuff in that third quarter because they had the game pretty much sealed, and then they had that, I guess he wanted to go extra conservative in that third quarter, and it caught up with him, and then you had turnovers. But, the bonehead plays for the 2-point conversion. I don't even know why you went for it on the first time. And the second time, you doing that wildcat, you ain't fooling nobody. Should have had you doing the game, had the hot hand. And, your job in jeopardy because of that. He had no choice but to name Shador the starter for the rest of the season. And so, if they keep with Shador, build around him, hey, they got something good, something special back there at quarterback.
Can I say this, Ohio player?
Right. Mm-hmm.
I want to say I can agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the Cleveland Browns, man. They not gonna build like no, but it hasn't ended for 40 years. What I'm trying to say is, and I understand, and I don't know why I keep. You know what I have to do? I'm sorry. I have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
This is to me. This is not to you. I'm playing this for myself. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
I'm having an unnatural allegiance to losers. I keep wanting to fix stuff. And I keep wanting to fix these fans who think, yeah, if they just build around Shador. Shador ain't the problem. It's the Cleveland Browns, man. I can see the Cleveland Browns going next year with a first-round draft pick and go pick up a punter.
That would be so Cleveland, wouldn't it?
That's Cleveland Brown type stuff.
I know. I can't defend that.
Or
I can't defend them.
they'll go draft a dude first round. They'll go draft a cornerback who got a broken hip. That kind of stuff. I'm telling you.
Maybe. Just maybe they have figured it out by now. You know, we call him Showtime now. We call him Showtime. If that was prime time, we call him Showtime. Maybe in football terminology, he's that spark that they need. And hopefully they make good decisions. Because this was a good rookie class that general manager Andrew Berry drafted. It was a great rookie class. So hopefully they can build off that, and we just hope, hey, only thing you can do is hope. You just say, you got your foundation, build off of it and go from there.
God bless you. I wish y'all had, listen, I wish y'all would have that much faith in me, boy. Holy smokes, boy. I could go real far, boy. If y'all had the faith y'all got in Stefanski and the Cleveland Browns.
I know, you need to go with.
Boy, if the fan base had that much faith in themselves, all y'all be millionaires. If y'all believed in y'all self as much as y'all believe in the Cleveland Browns gonna do the right thing, y'all could own the Cleveland Browns one day. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man.
Anyway.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. I can't, you can't say nothing off that, even if you, a big time fan,
I got you, bro. I'm just talking. Yeah. I'm just being Coach Hates, dog. That's what they call me. So I just be
all right.
Man, Ohio player, I appreciate you though, for real, my brother. I thank you for everything, man. We're gonna rock on.
All right, take it easy.
My dog.
Bye-bye.
He plays so beautifully. Don't y'all agree? He is the Ohio player. And he is Ohio State fan. We're gonna have to punish him the week after we beat Texas A&M. So I gotta make sure Ohio player call in that following week. Huh?
Yeah, I said I will.
Guess what? We're going to bust that buck nut wide open, boy. Anyway, let me put my spectacles on so I can look smart and ready to rock and roll. Appreciate your Ohio player. Thank you, brother.
All right, take it easy, man.
My man. All right, here we go. Oh, my God, y'all. We rocking. We got the number on here. 2896 been holding on. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Yo, what's up, man? This is boy John from South Carolina, man. What's good with you?
John from South Carolina. Talk to me, John. What's up with you, brother?
Oh man, ain't much, man. I ain't called since the SMU game. I was upset at Mario.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about flying the plane and all that, but we in the playoffs now, so I'm gonna hold off on that for right now.
Okay.
But I want to get into this. I'm gonna get into this Notre Dame thing, and I'm gonna be straight up with you. Like, who I want to know, because for some reason, I find it interesting that they're this bold to go on the internet and just say openly what they said, which is crazy. Like, it's one thing if you do something, behind the scenes and you don't say nothing. But it's a whole nother thing when you just come out and you openly say, hey, we got a whole negotiation with the committee that if we're ranked number 12, that we're automatically in. I want to know who in the world did they talk to? That's what I want to know.
So
I need a name.
So
because
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish your point. No, go ahead. Finish your point. My bad.
Well, only reason I say that is because now I'm going to have to question the integrity of the game. You're endangering the integrity of the game. Like, seriously. You can't, and then at that point, what's the point of playing these games?
So here's what I'll say, John. When you deal with people of money and power, there's nothing embarrassing to them because they feel entitled that they can do so. Usually people with money and power don't get turned down. Usually people with money and power are the rule makers, and they're also the rule breakers. So when you create a committee, but you're part of having a committee, and they're supposed to always kind of go in your favor, and they decide to go against the grain, you feel shocked. You don't know how to handle it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what emboldens them, but that's what makes them bold enough to come out and say and do these things, because now they're trying to wield their power. You see what I'm saying? That's what people do of power.
Yeah, absolutely.
We see it all the time. You can see it in politics, right? Look at it in politics. When things don't go a certain way, what happens? Politicians start doing what? Digging up dirt on people, putting stuff out there. That's why they feel that. That's why they feel they're that bold. They can do this because I got something on you that you won't test me on, because you know I got this. Here's a perfect example. I don't know this to be true. I haven't seen the Diddy documentary or whatever, but when that video came out because Diddy decided not to do something he was told to do. That's my opinion. That's me. It's my conspiracy theory. Nobody else's. That video been out too long. It's been around too long. And they used it as their ace or their big joker if you play spades. Oh, you don't want to do what we told you to do? Watch this. Huh? That's what happened.
Yeah, I agree. And that was a wild thing too. When that whole video came out, I was like, okay, like, this is different. But to your point, yeah, it was just like, to me, I just found it. You know, I don't deal with that type of money. You know, whatever. And I'm a simple guy. At the end of the day, though, I got to say this: if Notre Dame has to stoop to this level to prove that they're a worthy team to be in the playoffs, to be taken seriously as serious competition with championship contenders. I want to say this: this has done a great disservice to them. I would not be surprised because let's be honest, what's really great about Notre Dame outside of their college traditions?
That's it.
It's in Indiana. You're in cold weather. You're, and outside of that, like, there's nothing great about Notre Dame at all. And I hate to say that, but I mean,
well, you said
you
it, though. But you said
your influence.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like, you just take you just taking your money and your influence to wield your way to get what you want. And now that you can't get what you want, and I think the realization that's starting to set it with them is that Notre Dame doesn't carry, even though it does carry a lot of sway. But now that we're in the NIL deal in the transfer portal era, their name doesn't carry as much sway as it used to. And I think now it's starting to dawn on them that unless we really put ourselves against better competition on a weekly basis. I'm not saying you got to play a Georgia every week or Alabama every week, but you got to you can't just be out here scheduling Arkansas and losing to Texas A&M and Notre Dame and Miami, the only two teams that are actually good this year, and then beat up on everybody else and think you're doing something. You can't do that. If you think about it this way, right? What people forget is Miami got in over Notre Dame, yes, because of the head-to-head. But let's look at who else they beat. They beat USF, who beat Florida, who just so happened to beat Texas, who just so happened to beat Texas A&M, and all that. And then they also beat Florida State, who also happened to beat Alabama. So it's not like Miami, and at the time, Florida State was ranked. And they went to Florida State and beat Florida State. So it's not like Miami just scheduling cupcakes all year long. Because they don't even set the ACC schedule. The ACC do that.
Right.
But you can guarantee Miami's going to play one tough game within those first 4 games. And they really played 3, in my honest opinion.
Well, here's what I'll say. You said something. You said, what has Notre Dame done? Notre Dame has a history. Let's not be, I want people to understand this. And I know there's a lot of Miami fans on here. It's not necessarily a Miami show tonight because it's coach, but everybody know I'm a Kane fan. I try to move my microphone out the way so you can see. But anyway, the Midwest is old football, bro. Old football.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about, I'm looking here. They got a national championship in 1924, 1929, 1930, 43, 46, 47, 49, 66, 73, 77, 88. That's what they call the Blue Bloods. Michigan, the same way. Ohio State. Down South football is relatively new. I don't think people really understand that. Like, football, the South has run it lately, but it was a 3 yards in a cloud of dust game. Right? So that's the people up there in the Midwest, they name their kids after the colors. Like Ohio State colors are scarlet and gray. How your daughter named Scarlet and your son named Gray? Like, that's the kind of foolery that's going on out here.
Yeah.
I got a daughter named Scarlet and my son named Gray. And my kids are named Scarlet and Gray. Like, that's the kind of foolishness. Maize and blue. You paint your house maize and blue. Like, they off their rocker, but I just want to finish this point and you got it. What I'm saying is they have a history. But we are in the point of a turning point where we're starting to see things change. And now, to your point, recruiting is so different. It's national now. It's not local. You don't grow up just watching Notre Dame football. You don't grow up just watching Michigan, Miami, whatever. Everything is national now at this point. You understand what I'm saying? And so they're starting to lose that, and they're starting to feel it. And this is where you're starting to see. Think about it. They ain't won none since 1988, bro. 1988.
I was born in 88.
I was 11 in 88. So, hell, in 88, I was in middle school playing for the Scott Lake Vikings. Anyway.
Right. But and to your point, I think that's what it is. I followed the history of football to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
And that is true. Like really, it was at that point. It was your like you said, the Midwest, Michigans, your Ohio State, your Notre Dames, things like that, and then California, your USC's, your UCLA's. They dominated college football landscape for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I believe when Miami became dominant in the 1980s, I think that's where the South really began to shine. Because nobody really looked at the South as, football territory up until the Hurricanes went on that dominant run. And then all of a sudden, Miami is a hotbed for recruits. Georgia is a hotbed for recruits. Even now, to add to that, South Carolina, my state, is getting people into the NFL now. It's become a state where you get good recruits. I remember seeing a guy from Dutch Fork playing the state championship game. Height. He went on to Tennessee. He's the same guy that had that 6 touchdown game, I think, against Alabama when they beat them that year. I've seen him in person. I've seen Tavion Feaster in person. I know about the North Sellers in South Florence High School. I used to being influenced, a lot. So the South has become
it's a hotbed.
hotbed now for talent.
Of course.
And so now because that's going on in the Midwest, you don't really get a lot of hotbeds for talents unless you get like, offensive linemen. For the most part, now they're suffering big time.
Of course.
And so I agree. And so I think that's what we're seeing. I think Notre Dame is realizing that they're no longer, especially in football, that power that they used to have is falling.
Right. And so what they're trying to do now is they're trying to use their leverage of the money, the legacy, the lineage of the program, because the race that they're running, people are now catching up, if not passing them already. So what they're trying to say is, but wait a minute, we bring in this, that, and other. We can do this, that, and the third. But John, let me do this, man. I got to run. Let me knock some more of these callers out. But I love the fact that you called, man. I appreciate it. And yeah, man. No, I think you got some very valid points, man. Yes, sir. My man's.
I mean, have a good night.
Yes, sir. You too. Shout out to John, man, for South Cackalack. Florida Zoe. That boy said I played for Swab Job. Hey, hold up now. What year you played for Swab Job? Because Swab Job used to have this white girl. I think her name was Jen or Jill. I think it was a white girl named Jill. Maybe it was Jen. I think it was Jen. She was out there knocking heads off. I think she wore number 11 for the Swab Job. Most people don't even know how to say Swab Job. Most people don't know how to say Swab Job, Florida Zoe. Ça passe. Ça passe. Tommy, you don't know, boy. I know you from Duval. But shout out to Tommy for the $4.99 coach. I don't know if you Jamaican or Cuban at this point. I done heard you singing salsa and screaming bomba clot. Now I'm speaking Creole. Huh? Film les bouches. Ça passe. Ma boule. Film les bouches. I got that griot. Huh? Shita. Shita. Coach speak it all. Coach speak it all. I know a little Spanglish. Huh? I know a little Creetois. That's Creole and Patois. Creetois. I know a little Negronese. That's Black Chinese for my Blasians out there. Konnichiwa. Huh? General Soul Chicken. Yeah, tell him, coach. Huh? I'm telling you, I know it all. I got Negronese. Konnichiwa. Let me get some of that orange chicken. Orange chicken. Oh, that boy said 08 and 10. Man, 08 and 10. Man, I was out there in the 30-some years old by the end, so my bad. We way off. I'm talking about the 80s, bro. Damn, I'm officially an old head. I'm an unk out here, boy. The 90 pounds and 110. What you know about that, man? Hey, Smooth, can you teach me how to Dougie? You know why? Because all the girls love me. Anyway, let me get the next call on the line, man. 0845 was next. Then I'm going to 3563. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Yo, Coach Hayes, what's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Nate from Palm Beach. What's up?
What's up, man? What's up? Well, I got you by 21 years, boy. Talk to me, man. What's up with you? Nah, my man Zoe said he's 27. Like, nah, we're in a different place. But talk to me. What's up, man?
Yeah. So I wanted to give a non-biased opinion on the whole Notre Dame thing.
All right.
Because from what I've seen, I don't feel, me personally, I don't really think they even need to be throwing this tantrum or acting the way they acting. Because, I mean, come on, bro, they was just in the championship game. maybe as a low seed, but they was just in the championship game last year. You know what I'm saying? And then I know you was just having the conversation with the last caller, you know, on the history they got. But even then, even when you look at now, like they still recruiting good. They have a number 4 recruiting class. I mean, this is not horrible players that they're bringing in. They have what they need to be the powerhouse program. They don't need to be out here throwing tantrums, canceling bowl games, scheduling weak opponents, putting, just like what y'all saying, a clause on trying to get an automatic bid to the playoffs, when you have what you need to really compete to be a powerhouse program. You know, I mean, even Freeman, I don't think he's the most horrible coach. He know how to coach. I mean, you know what I'm saying? To me, he has what it takes to bring them to a powerhouse program. So for them to be throwing tantrums, and look, man, sometimes you're not going to make it in, bro. Like, even what I said with Miami, even me being a Miami fan, like even we have to get better on just beating these bigger, on not playing to less of our competition, because they could come back to us last year. If we're back in the bubble, I'm pretty sure they're going to be ready to leave us out if we're back on the bubble again. They still don't like Miami.
Sure they don't.
They still don't like Miami. I don't care what they say. They know we had the head to head.
Of course.
So I hate that it had to take so long for them to respect it. But you know what I'm saying? They know we had the head to head, but if it came down to it, they're not going to just be willing to just get us in every year. So even with them, like, hey man, you have what you need to compete to be a powerhouse program. You don't need to be throwing these tantrums. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be out here crying like you can't compete with them. And this is just a non-bias, just how the same way I feel like Miami. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like these teams should just go around feeling entitled. You know, of course, Bama, if anything, they're going to have, they're going to have the benefit of the doubt of a lot of things. But even then, I don't think this helps Bama too, because to me, I heard what you were saying to 12 last night when you were talking about how, they played in the conference, so they shouldn't get penalized. And to some degree, I agree with that. But I mean, this team didn't look like they should have been in at all.
Well, but here's what I'll tell people though, and I know this to some extent. This is kind of an under the hood thing. I think sometimes when people look at football, I don't think a lot of people realize how violent it is.
Yeah.
And football literally goes day to day, right? Why was it that Alabama could beat them earlier, but maybe not later? See, it's so many variables. This is why I love this game. But there's so many variables that take place. Injury is always going to be one of the main variables. And here's what I'm going to say to you. The reason I say this is why you must play the games. Because on paper, Duke should have not beat Virginia, even though most people thought it could happen. But on paper, it should not have happened. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of teams look a certain way, but what people have to understand is this game is so violent. By this time of the season, people are beat the hell up. And I'm going to make something for Alabama right here. When you talk about stuff being fair, think about this. Alabama just played in a very physical football game, regardless of what the score looked like. That was a physical football game against Georgia. They're coming right back and getting ready to play Oklahoma. When Oregon has sat idle, did not have to play in a conference champion game, and getting ready to play Tulane or James Madison, one of them G5s. Ole Miss, who sat idle, right? Sat idle, did not play in a conference championship game, and is getting ready to play one of them G5 schools. See, that's basically a bye week for them. Let's call it what it is. And Alabama had to fight a Georgia, come right back and fight a Oklahoma. And if they beat Oklahoma, we're going to have to go right back and fight somebody else. They get no bye. Alabama's being punished for being good, in essence. When Oregon, Oklahoma, Ole Miss is chilling. They are literally chilling. They are healing up, licking their wounds, getting game plans ready, walkthroughs. That's why I say to y'all, the conference championship, which I hope they never do, either get away with it, like take it completely out, or make it a part of the college football playoffs. Because it's not fair to a team. I don't care who the team is. I'm speaking as a football purist right now. It is not fair. It's not fair to Georgia to be a top team and they say you get a bye week, but didn't you just play this week when everybody else was sitting home in a very physical game? Yeah, you beat the brakes off on the scoreboard, but I guarantee somebody got lumped up in that game. Somebody got bent up.
So real quick, you don't think they let up dealing with when you look at the past game with Auburn, did they, and we understand they were up 17-0 against Auburn, right? But to you, did they look up the par in the last 4 or 5 games? Or because a lot of teams was being discredited for, let's say, losing to teams that they felt weren't good teams.
Yeah, but they're
having bad losses and oh well, Utah gets penalized for struggling against Kansas State, but they won. So even though it's the SEC, and they did lose against, we understand it's the first game, but they did lose against FSU. So
it's a non-conference game. So
but I mean, come on. Don't this look like a team that has decreased a little? Because look,
of course,
I'll give it to you. They're going to get to play Oklahoma. They're going to get to play Oklahoma. Maybe they put up a good fight, but what I'm saying is that a lot of other teams who get penalized, and yes, they're going to say they're in the SEC, but come on, these are still teams that's been struggling.
I'm not saying they haven't been struggling. What I'm telling you is that even though you struggle, you have now played an additional game that Oklahoma, I'm not trying to be funny, but Oklahoma wasn't good enough to make it to the championship, or they lost the wrong games to make it to the championship, so they actually get to chill. So even if I struggled or didn't struggle on TV, there are so many variables to why you may struggle. Do I think Alabama today is the same caliber of Nick Saban's Alabama? No. But this is what Kalen DeBoer is going to face. You feel in huge shoes. But when people talk about fairness, look at it. Look at the fairness of it. Look at the fairness of, imagine if Miami was in that boat right now and we look in a certain way, we'll be crabbing. We say we won't, but if people want to make things fair, if people want to make things as fair and as honest as possible, there's really no bye week. So let's get rid of the bye weeks. Let's stop lying to people saying you got a bye week. You don't. You don't have a bye week. Texas A&M lost to Texas, right? That was the best thing could have happened to Texas A&M. They chilling. Believe it or not, they're chilling. They chilling.
Yeah.
And they still they are still playing the same teams they would have played. They just became the lower seed than the higher seed. That's it. But they chilling. Alabama got the toughest road in this playoff so far. If you go look at the bracket, Alabama's got the highest road, and they played in the SEC championship game. That's crazy.
Hey, I mean, Miami's road ain't sweet either now. Texas A&M ain't no joke.
Yeah, but we ain't played an extra game. But
and then you're going to have to go against Georgia. I mean, by the time you get to the championship, I
But
mean,
sir, we didn't play an extra.
Come on now, so
No. But we didn't play an extra game.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. I give it to you.
That's my point.
Right. Yeah. Right. I give it to you.
Every game somebody hurt. At this stage, them kids hurt, man. You beat and everybody wants to add more games. Bro. I'm trying to tell you. But man, I gotta push on. I gotta get another call here, 3563.
Appreciate you, Coach.
I think it's somebody I've been wanting to talk to for a while. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, brother.
All right.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get ready to close the phone line here because me and this dude about to dance. I ain't never know he was gonna come to my kitchen. Now that he here, I'm finna invite him for a nice steak dinner and some leprechaun stew. I think this is who I think it is. Ooh, y'all called in right on time. I'm about to close the phone line, so if you're going to call in, you got about 15 seconds to find this goddamn old button. 862-799-9956. Where's the doggone phone button on this thing? I found it. Pew. Pew. All right. Oh, yeah. Is this who I think it is?
Yes, it is, my brother, Coach. Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah. It's time for us to dance. Let me tell you something. I hope. Did Rose or somebody send a bat signal out to you?
You know what? I don't know, but I'm going to say this to you, Coach. I'm going to be nice right now. I'm going to say congratulations. And I'm also going to say, I saw what you and the Chancellor did, too.
Sauce? What we do?
I saw what you and the Chancellor did for Miami.
What we did?
I saw y'all sneak in that committee office with them manila envelopes. Y'all just beat me to the punch. I saw what y'all did, Coach.
See, you got it wrong. And see, this right here clip is exactly when people think they see what they thought they saw. You right. We went in there with no envelopes. But you thought it was money in there. You know what it was? You know what it was? Pictures. We done had them under investigation the whole year. Mm-hmm. That's right. See, we don't have to spend no cash. We got pictures. Carla Williams. I know you the AD over there at Virginia. I know. Huh? I seen you creeping into room 304. Week 6. Huh? Come on now.
Oh man. Hey, we had our package ready. I said, damn, he beat me to it. And I left my camera. I couldn't take the pictures. I said, Coach is a underhanded brother. I said I would have had him.
No.
And I knew it was gonna happen.
And if they didn't, if them envelopes didn't work with the pictures in it, you know we had that Rollo get busy tool just in case we had to make them talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because what I told him that the guy that's the chair of the CFP, we threw a picture out, and you know what we threw out when it was playing?
What was that picture you threw out?
We threw a picture. I can't tell you what was on the picture, but you know what was playing in the background?
What?
That Biggie. You know what he said? Go to room 112 where players dwell. Mm-hmm. That's right. He was going into room 112.
Yeah. I seen what y'all did. Y'all did the 112 real good on that ACC network all weekend too.
Come on, man. Propaganda, dog. We learned that from Kim Jong-un over there in North Korea. Know what I'm saying? Huh? Just play it all day.
But, hey, Coach, I got to come up here and I got to do, I'm not, there's only one thing that has me upset about this selection.
Let's dance.
That I'm not upset about the teams that got in. I'm not really upset about us being left out. To a certain extent, I can say I am, because when those polls came out, we were always ahead of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on this flip note, what I want to do to certain people, because the hate is real out here for my Fighting Irish.
Oh my God.
I want to say this about the scheduling.
Oh God.
What people need to understand is this. We have contracts with some of those teams, and we've had them since 1950, 1960, 1970. Those contracts still remain. I don't know when they'll be broken. I think some of them should be broken, like with the Stanfords. I say keep USC. I say kind of break it with Navy. You know, some of those schools. I really, I'm kind of at a loss for words, because all I've been getting is Notre Dame flack without people really looking into what's really going on. Yes, Notre Dame right now is using their power. They put the middle finger up at the NCAA and said, we're not accepting the bowl, but that's not the first time they've done that. The players came together and they decided not to go.
Man, whatever. They gave them players that are. Now, Cliff, I love you, and I'm gonna let you speak. But Cliff, for those that don't know, Cliff is a Notre Dame fan, so I don't want to make sure y'all understand that. And I called for him earlier. But Cliff, here's what I'm gonna tell you. I get all that back in the day, and I'm cool with that, and I hear that, and I understand those contracts. But those contracts were done, and I have to give Notre Dame credit in regards to negotiating, because you always tell people you get what you negotiate, right? I'm never mad at you getting what you negotiate. But here's what I will say. What you're seeing now is a microcosm of life. Big bank take little bank. Big bank getting everything that they want, and little bank have to pick up the scraps, and they can always hold $1 over your head. Notre Dame has always had their cake, and they want to eat it too and do what they choose, right? I've always said it's not a 12-team playoff, it's a 10-team. There's a G5 and Notre Dame. I've always said, you've heard me say it before over there on Raw Channel and everything else. And I will continue to say that. I remember when y'all had that tight end Shamaza or whatever his name was, play baseball. What was his name? Shamazi or somebody.
Moore. Yeah.
Shamari
Moore.
Shamaza was last name. Right, 88, I think.
No, you talking about Jeff Samardzija. Yeah.
Y'all were terrible one year after that. Came back in, y'all ranked 24. I said, he got dang gold domes. But anyway, only thing I'm saying, and I get those contracts and so forth and so on. What I don't like in today's era, I understand it when it was the BCS and they just did rankings or whatever. But now conference championships make a difference. Does that make a difference? All that kind of stuff makes a difference. Therefore, the rules have to change. See, the problem is Notre Dame don't want to change with the rules. And when they don't want to change with the rules, get what you got to do. You either get down or you lay down. Either you get down, because here's what's so funny. Y'all sure found it beneficial to join the ACC during COVID. But y'all don't see the benefit of joining any other time. No, because you couldn't get those out of conference games scheduled. That right there was a blueprint for the ACC and anybody else to say, you know what? We could see what make a move. When they can't get no more games, they're going to have to join one of these. See, COVID proved a lot to a lot of people. When y'all couldn't get those out, not out of conference, y'all don't have a conference. When y'all couldn't get some of those smaller programs because COVID and all the teams couldn't play, what y'all did? Y'all went and leapfrogged into a conference for a year just so you could be validated, so you could be a part of something. And then when things went back to normal, now we too good for y'all. We'll be back out. But what COVID showed was y'all really need us more than we need y'all.
Well, you know what? You know that attitude came from back in the day when we had the Big Ten schedule. We played Big Ten teams. And Big Ten offered us to join a conference. And yeah, Notre Dame shunned them. Yes. Notre Dame is very pompous. I give people that. You know, they're going off their reputation. you know, which is a good one, but it was a long time ago, you know, but they're going to throw money and they're going to turn their nose up at everybody and say, listen, we don't have to share our revenue. We don't want to share our revenue. And they're even willing to accept the stipulations to being an independent. And this was crazy to me, Coach. And I even said, no, they're a little crazy. I said, I know you want to keep your money, but this is a little crazy. You would rather not be able at all, even if you go undefeated, to ever be a number 1 seed. You're willing to be 5 because that's the highest you can go by staying independent.
And that's
now,
Cliff, I'm sorry to say that, not interrupt you. That is the proof that money is more important than the natty. So when people talk about, do these teams want to win? Right? When they were the whole Cleveland, all these teams. No, it's about making money. Winning is a bonus. I hate to say that, break that to y'all. Did you hear what Cliff just said? I didn't even know that. So the highest you saying that Notre Dame could ever been ranked was 5.
Yes.
By rule, because they're independent. So the highest they could have ever been ranked is 5, and they weren't willing to give that up to win a natty because of the money. This goes to show y'all people that these people don't care about winning. I'll say this to you real quick though, Cliff. Y'all like to pick on the other team that wear gold. Y'all wear gold and navy blue. But that other team that wore gold and black, they won a natty in 90. Y'all won one in 88. And y'all be calling them trash? Ooh.
You talking about them Buffaloes?
Yeah. Colorado Buffaloes don't want a natty. And he said, y'all went back in 88. I think Miami Vice was playing in. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I think you know the story with that. You know, it was between the two coaches, and then that phantom clip call for the national championship when Colorado did win. You know, hey, I mean, that really pissed me off because that you know, hey, they just didn't want to see the Rocket go to the house like he was always doing. Which, you know, hey, we couldn't do nothing about that. But yeah, Coach, it's like this money thing, and you touched on it good. It's about money and people saying, well, yeah, Notre Dame, yes, they're really not whining. What they're doing is they're pushing their power and they're showing you. See, people didn't understand. SEC sit down at the table, Big Ten sit down at the table, and guess who the third party? Notre Dame by themselves. No conference. They in the talks about all of this. And they saying, we have the national TV contract. You know, you all really have never had a contract. We've been had ours. You know, and hey, if we come to you, we want to give you a little money, but we want to keep majority of the pie. And I think that's what's really prohibiting them, and they need to change their ways with that and say, listen, it's time to do this revenue sharing thing. It's time for us to go on and play. Because
I hate to say this. Now, I'm going to flip roles here, straight be a hypocrite. If I'm Notre Dame, then I'm going to continue to fight. Why? Because once I do something, I join something, I lose my power. I don't have complete autonomy anymore, right? And now I got to answer to a committee, to the ACC in order to do. Now I do what I want to do, right? I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. I don't have to share my revenue or anything else. So I get why Notre Dame is fighting. Don't get me wrong. But what I am saying is, now going to flip back to this again, if you want to be a part of certain said things, then you need to do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to tell people that John that called from Carolina, Cliff, he said something, and I meant to address it, but kind of got off on a tangent. And he said he doesn't see why Notre Dame, is, whining or crying or whatever. What I will say to people is, to your point, I know why they're doing it. There's an old saying, you have to teach people how to treat you. If Notre Dame doesn't fight this, then next year, and I sound like I'm back on their side, but I'm just talking about life right now. I'm using Notre Dame as an example. If they don't push back and fight the way they're doing, next year they're going to lose a little more leverage and a little more leverage and a little more leverage and a little. Before you know it, you know who you are? You Purdue.
Yep.
So I get why they're fighting. I'm just here because it's Notre Dame. And I'm a Miami fan. But I get why they're fighting. I mean, I get from a business perspective, taking the fan hat off and just understanding that. I totally understand that. And I wish some other teams would fight as hard as they're fighting, i.e. Miami. We should fight. I'm so proud of Miami fan base and Miami, the way they fought this instead of just laid down and took it. As a fan base, I got to give Mario Cristobal going on that media tour, fighting for this team. Where at the end of the game, he kind of said his political campaign speech about why we should be in. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is a playoff team and blah, blah, blah. I give my all credit to Cristobal in that sense, man. He fought to make this happen. Now, I wouldn't be Coach Hayes if I didn't say this. Next time, Coach Cristobal, don't make it that close. Let's go win the games we need to win. So they got to put us in. But
yes,
that's all I'm going to say to that. But Cliff, you ain't no fun in the kitchen. You ain't fighting back, Cliff. I need somebody going to fight back.
You know what? I was getting to the point because this is my thing. I've been taking flack all day, and I done got tired. Everybody want to talk about this head-to-head matchup, which was August 31st.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We came in. Yeah, you all should have won. You all should have won. In actuality, you all should have blew us out.
Oh, God.
And actually, if we played today, you all would get a butt kicking.
Well, let's do it. Let's dance.
You would get a butt kicking. We came in with a true freshman quarterback.
Whose fault that is?
New defensive coordinator.
Whose fault is that?
Hey, that's how the chips fall. But guess what? Your eyes work. Let's
what?
Look at the improvement along the season.
Okay, we had a new defensive coordinator.
Oh, come on now. Wasn't he still on the staff?
No. Heatherman just came from Minnesota.
Okay. You still got a more experienced quarterback.
Okay, but he still was new. Hold up. He may be more experienced, but he ain't thrown with him because he had elbow surgery. He never threw with him until fall camp. Next.
Oh, here we go with that.
No,
and your whole defense was back, coach.
Don't know about that.
We lost all our seniors on our defense.
All our DBs are new. And our linebacking crew, except Wesley Basaint.
Don't give me that, coach. I thought y'all had returning DBs.
We had Brown,
underclassmen, and some linebackers.
Wesley Basaint was a starter. Other than that, Torrey just got there. Popo played. He played some. But Wesley Basaint is the only true starter that was there. Alderman, he played some last year. Ended up losing his spot to Torrey this year. Damari Brown was out hurt. Frederic was hurt.
And your university is biased anyway. We always got to travel to you all. You all in this whole rivalry, you all came to South Bend one time.
So,
one time, coach. I find that real odd.
You want to know why? Because y'all don't want to pay us. That's why. You thought Coach ain't know that. You thought Coach ain't know that. You thought Coach ain't know that. Yeah. You thought Coach ain't know that. Y'all don't want to pay the bill. Y'all got to pay people to play them. That's why y'all keep all that money. See, people don't play y'all for
we give y'all enough.
Hold on.
We give y'all enough.
You thought Coach ain't know that. See, Notre Dame, y'all ain't know that. Because y'all not in the conference, y'all keep funneling the money. Yeah.
Hey, we offer you enough. And then this is what really grinded my gears. You all didn't even play in a conference championship game.
Y'all don't have a conference. I'm still waiting for you to show me the difference.
Okay, so you all were in a conference and wasn't good enough to get past a 6-5 team. Now, I said I wanted Miami in. It was another team I didn't want in because they hadn't looked good for 7 weeks to me. Well, I say 5 weeks. But on Miami, coach, really? Who does that?
I hear you. But
I
Cliff,
told you what you and the chancellor did. I knew it was something fishy, and I smelt it a couple of weeks ago.
I tell people all the time, if we don't win on the field, we're gonna win in the parking lot. I ain't never shied away from that. But here's what I'm gonna tell you. But here's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm still trying to find the difference between the two of us. Okay, we didn't make it to a conference championship. You're right, but neither did y'all. I'm still waiting for the difference between the two teams besides the head-to-head win.
The difference is we won 10 straight. You all lost to SMU and Louisville.
Okay, but we beat y'all, and we beat y'all in the beginning too. So y'all won 10 straight. Whoop-de-doo.
Come okay. So everybody want to lean on beginning of the year, y'all beat us.
And
if we play today, if your eyes tell you, y'all know what'll happen.
We'll whoop y'all ass.
No, you don't even believe that, coach.
You don't believe it. Let me ask you this.
I don't believe
Excuse
Miami
me.
will whip our ass.
We led a Heisman finalist in Jeremiah Love to 33 yards. 33 yards. Excuse me. Is he a freshman? Is he a true freshman?
No, no, I can give you credit on that. But see, that was the problem. The freshman quarterback couldn't take up the slack. Now he would be able to. So you all would be in trouble. And that offensive line, now your defensive line to be mincemeat.
Well, what do you mean?
I don't even think you all would want to line up against us right now.
Are you serious?
I'm positive. And Love, you talk. Whew, you think he had a field day from that Texas A&M on? Woo.
But here's the problem. It's so funny, right? Because it is funny how y'all so quick to dismiss Carson Beck in his very first game. Remember, he hadn't even been thrown with these guys. He didn't even play in the spring game. Right? Am I right or wrong?
I hear you with that, coach.
So Carson Beck, only chance was fall camp. And he was 20 for 30 for 205 and 2 touchdowns. Imagine if he would have had all camp. Your guy had all camp. He was 19 for 30 for 221. So I think
freshman against experience. It's a big difference.
Not throwing versus throwing.
Hey, playing quarterback, you know it's just like riding a bike. You never forget.
Not throwing versus throwing.
Especially big games.
First game.
A true freshman on the road to a hostile environment.
And
I'm not gonna take nothing away from you.
Can I ask you this?
You all's defense was miles ahead of ours at that time.
Thank you, though, Elrico. I almost wanted to say something. I was about to say something, but I didn't want to say it. Because you had like CJ Carr just finished busting zits in the bathroom mirror at Eastside High. He
did.
He was not.
Yeah, a true freshman coming out of high school.
No, sir.
He just took his training pants off the day before the game.
No,
Come
sir.
on now, coach.
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
And you know what? All that talk about in the summer, he still had competition. We didn't make that decision until 2 days before the game.
And it sounds like all of those problems.
So he didn't even know he was going to start.
But it sounds like every one of those problems is a Notre Dame problem. That's your coach's fault. Your coach couldn't determine who he want. Your coach tried to let the team go with that dude. Your coach ain't had no quarterback. Y'all had to go get the dude from Notre Dame to try to get you to the Natty. So you knew you had quarterback issues. That's y'all. Not one issue that you brought up yet, Cliff, pertains to Miami, except the score that we whipped y'all ass.
All I'm saying is this. Everybody is laying their body on the line for the head-to-head matchup.
And we
already know.
And we won.
That most majority of the time, when we looking at this coming down to selecting people for playoffs, you look at the improvement of teams. Sometimes you look at their winning streaks and how they're playing throughout the season.
And
we don't worry about that first game of the season. And the committee switched that up this year, along with a whole bunch of other tainted rules. And actually, I think they want to try to send my boys a little message. But see, it's okay, because we came back with a message.
And again,
but this is what I want to tell you, Coach.
Talk to me.
I want you to call that chancellor in Florida, in South Florida, in Miami, and tell him, don't be scared to sign that contract when we slap that on the table.
I understand, but I want to go back to CJ Carr that I've been trying to tell you. See, well, I think you made your mistake, my brother, is you keep talking about CJ Carr, and I'm telling you where I think the experience of Carson Beck and CJ Carr even out is CJ Carr been in y'all system. This is what I'm trying to tell you. He ain't just come out busting zits out the locker room of Eastside High School. He been at Notre Dame. Carson Beck just got to Miami and he couldn't throw.
But you know what? Let me let you in on something.
I'm listening.
He really wasn't even getting all that much time until the guy that was starting for us transferred.
I can't help that. He was at least there in your system. Our guy wasn't.
What I'm saying, he gets some credence as a true freshman. People sit up here and
he's not a true freshman. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
He's a rookie.
He's not a true freshman. That's what the Notre Dame fans try to say. He's not a true freshman. He enrolled at Carr enrolled at Notre Dame in 2023.
I don't know if he was on the team last year. Was he on the roster last year, Coach?
He surely was.
I mean, that's one thing I didn't know. In
2020, I know you don't. This right here is amazing. This little thing right here with all these keys on it backwards, it's amazing.
But hey, you know how this game works.
No, don't change up now. Do not get into the Deion Sanders school of backpedaling and deflection. Please don't do that, sir.
That don't mean he got any reps or anything, Coach. You're not gonna do this to me.
So what I told you, I'm in that kitchen, boy. I'm whipping that work tonight, boy.
You're not gonna use that. You're not gonna sit up in here and tell me you're gonna cook me a burger medium well and you're making it rare. We not gonna do that.
Cliff, you know what you are? You ever seen a lobster? You ever cooked lobster before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, what I did was I turned the water on. You didn't even realize we doing so much talking, that water started getting hot around you. And you didn't even realize you was sitting in the pot. You kept saying, "Ooh, sure getting warm around here." Golly. And before I know it, you know what I'm doing? You know what I'm doing, Cliff?
Walk that trick. 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 Walk that trick.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I literally picked you up. No, I picked you up. And I say, "Hey, Cliff, do me a favor. Sit right here for a quick second." You like, "Oh, this is nice, man. Oh, man, this feels good." And then I start hitting you with all them body blows like I used to give my dog over there. What's dog name? Oh, Big Dog. I used to give Big Dog them body blows coming off the top of the dome, right? I used to give him the body blow. And then before you know it, you're like, "God dang, but this water so getting warm. Damn, what's going on around here?" And before you know it, all of a sudden you start saying, "Hey, who cut on the jacuzzi? Why all these bubbles in the water?" You didn't realize that water started boiling. You thought somebody cut the jacuzzi on. And then all of a sudden,
you, Coach,
all you heard was,
Walk that trick. Walk that trick. Walk that trick. Walk that trick. Walk that trick.
"Woo, baby. Welcome to the kitchen where I told you the ambiance is beautiful. The recipes are great, but the customer service is Terrible.
You already know. You already know. And I think you just don't want everybody else to realize it. That experience in that game played a big part, especially at that quarterback position. And I'm going to leave it at that. And you know it deep down in your heart. If we were sitting down, I just gave you a nice hot bowl of Cajun shrimp and grits with that. You know it.
Cliff, I love you, man, but I hate to tell you.
Hey, Coach, you know you my bro, man.
Dinner is
like I
served.
said, congratulations. I really, you guys weren't a team that I really wanted out. Everybody made a big deal about it. You know, like I said, the only problem I had is when those posts came out, we were always ahead, and on the last day, they jumped.
You know
I still
why?
don't understand the reasoning, with the explanation.
But you know why? Because they were prepared to cheat us, dog. Listen, this is what I'm trying to tell you. They were prepared. They were prepared to cheat us. And so what happened is, like I said earlier, Cliff, they were prepared to cheat us. And because they couldn't cheat us, what happened? That's why they had y'all ranked so high. So when to be honest, when Marcus Freeman says, I don't know what to say, because he really thought in his mind that he was gonna do what? That y'all were in. But when the hand got caught in the cookie jar, guess what happened? It wasn't nothing y'all could do about it. Nothing.
Yeah, because everybody had us in, and when I looked at it, okay, I believe the committee did it on purpose by moving Alabama up over us one. But also with that, and this is where I'm kind of, and it's on the conference that Miami plays in.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's the thing that ripped everything all up.
All I'm gonna tell you
the way
is
you all's conference is set up and how you all's conference.
Come join the conference then.
Game is determined.
Cliff, come join the conference then.
Why we gotta share our revenue with y'all, Coach?
Don't worry about it. Hey, shout out to my girl Glorilla. You know what she told me?
What?
You know what she said? Talk to him, Glow.
Never gave a damn.
I ain't never gave no love. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Never make it no back for everything I ever lost. I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a
damn Notre Dame kitchen.
booth. We in the kitchen.
Let me cook. Cliff.
Frying shit. Hey,
let me cook.
Okay. Too much cake out loud.
Yes, sir. Let me cook.
All this sauce, I'm trying shit.
Let me cook. Hey, everybody in the house. Everybody, get you some leprechaun soup, huh? Let me cook up in here. Talk to him, Glow. Let me cook.
Let her cook. All this sauce, I'm trying shit.
Let me cook.
Big Glow come through, shut shit.
Oh, I love Glow, man. Anyway, Cliff, talk to you. I got one more caller, 2430. You coming next, baby. We'll close this thing out.
Good talking to you, bro. I'll see you next time.
Man, much love, Cliff, man. Appreciate you, dog.
For sure.
Yes, sir. That's my man right there. Shout out to Cliff in the building. Let me get 2430. You'll be the last caller tonight. Let me lock this thing.
The conference has been locked.
Hey, Glow, say what?
Get down, I'm bringing hoes out. Run up on this shit you want, I'm swinging bows out. If them hoes ain't bad as Glow, then put them hoes out.
Talk to him, Glow. 110 pounds of straight shell toes. Yes, sir. Man, we done got copyright tonight again, man. 352 people in the building. Do me a favor. Just go ahead and hit the like button, man. I'd have lost it again. Come on, man. That's right. We bring out the Glorilla special off of this thing, boy. Let her cook. Talk to him, Glow.
Let her cook. Big Glow come through frying shit. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow, bitch. Oh, God. Let her cook. All this sauce, I'm trying shit.
Let her cook. I'm all the way loose tonight. We having a good time, man. 2430 on the line. Call and talk to us. You the last one of the night. Let's make it a good one. 2430, wake up. You ain't go to sleep on me, did you? Let me cook. 2430 going twice. Come on, 2430. No, don't go out like Willie Lump. 24-30. Wake up. No. 24-30, you on the line. Breaker, somebody on the day number line. Breaker. 24-30, wake up. Oh, I can't go out like this. I want to cook.
Big low come through, shut shit down. I'm bringing hoes out.
Oh, there we go, boy. I'm about to get up out of the. What's up, man? Talk to me.
Yo, what's good, bro?
What's up? Who I'm talking to, man?
This Florida Zoe on the chat, man.
Florida Zoe. That boy say he played that swab job. What's up, boy?
Hey, what's good, coach? Hey, I've been watching. I ain't calling in though. I've been watching you, man. Hey, I fuck with what you're doing, man.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
Hey, man. Hey, why everybody so pressed, man? Committee did the right thing. Hey,
there you go.
F Notre Dame, man. Hey, tell them boys if they scared, go to church, man.
Or get a dog.
Catholics go to church.
I love it. Go to church. There you go.
Hey, man. Nah, but the committee did the right thing though. Hey, by putting us in front of Notre Dame, putting the two G5 schools at 11 and 12. But eventually, because they left Notre Dame out, I feel like we might go to 16 next year, 16 playoff next year. How you feel about that?
I love it. I've already said this. It's a rough estimate, but here's what I love. People may not like this, but I do think this is the most fair. Some people are going to say, well, coach, it's not the best teams. Tough cookies. Get in the conference.
Yeah.
Notre Dame, if you're not in the conference, you're already left out. Here's what I tell people. Take the top 4 of each conference, right? So, if I had to do it right now, if I had to do it today, right, let's just call it what it is. Let me go to NCAA standard. We're going to have a good one right here, man. You ain't never called in, so we're going to rock with you for a second. Here we go.
All right, for sure.
Let's do this. NCAA. Man, what high school you went to, brother?
I moved to Lake Worth. I'm in Palm Beach.
Oh, Palm Beach. Okay.
San Lucius.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. That boy say swag. I didn't even know swag job was still around at that time. All right, here we go.
It went after that. After I left, that's when they changed it and all.
All right. If I had to take the top 4 today as they sit, I'm not trying to get into what was what. As today, December 8, 2025. Duke, Virginia, Miami, Pittsburgh. ACC.
Yeah.
Big 12. Texas Tech, BYU, Utah, Houston.
Yeah.
Big 10. Indiana, Ohio State, Oregon, USC. In SEC, Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss, Texas A&M. Isn't that really all the teams anyway? Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, except Oklahoma will be out, right? That'll be the one-off. In the Big 10, Indiana, Ohio State, Oregon, and USC will be added. Big 12, Texas Tech, BYU, Utah, Houston. In the ACC, of course, we're getting all of them. But that's the first round. You take all 4 of those. That's all 16 teams. All right.
Yeah, that makes.
All right, hit me out. That's all 16 teams. Number 1 seed plays the 4 seed. Right? Is that fair?
Yeah.
So for example, Duke would play Pittsburgh. Just looking at the 8. Matter of fact, let me put this on the screen so people can follow. I know they're like, damn, Cole, I can't understand what you're saying. Let me just do this. It's just my way of looking at it real quick. Make it big. All right. Take the first 4 teams. Duke, Virginia, Miami, Pittsburgh. The Big 12, Texas Tech, BYU, Utah, Houston. This is just as it is today. Indiana, Ohio State, Oregon, USC. And then SEC will be Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss, Texas A&M. Right here, Georgia, Texas A&M will play. Alabama, Ole Miss will play. Whoever win between those 2, that's the conference championship for the SEC. For the Big 10, Indiana will play USC. Ohio State will play Oregon. The winner of these 2 of Indiana, USC, that'll be Big 10 conference champion. Texas Tech, BYU, Utah, Houston. Texas Tech will play Houston. Utah will play BYU. The winner of those 2, round 2 is the conference championship week. Duke, Virginia, Miami, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, Duke, Virginia, Miami, blah, blah, blah. Round 2 is conference championship week. Right?
Yeah.
That's cutting. So now you don't have to worry. There's no more bye weeks. Let's forget the bye week.
Yeah, forget the yeah.
Now,
because
week 2 is conference championship week. Now the conference championships matter, but it doesn't affect you. If you lose, you're out. If you win, move on. Then you'll have the ACC champion, Big 12 champion, Big 10 champion, SEC champion, right? And you can randomize that. This year, the Big 10 play the Big 12, SEC play ACC, and then next year you could go ACC play Big 12, Big 12 play SEC. That could be randomized year by year. Okay? That could be randomized year by year. That part of it. After it's no difference than the NFL works their way down to an NFC. Think about it. The game before the Super Bowl, you crown an AFC champion, you crown an NFC champion. Am I right?
Yeah.
And the loser goes home.
Yeah.
There's no bye week.
It'll make the conference championships game actually more better, to be honest.
Yeah.
Duke wouldn't. They would win the ACC and would have had to go to no bowl game after. That makes sense though. That makes complete sense.
There you go.
I'm not gonna lie.
You're in it,
sense.
And it matters.
Yeah.
It matters.
It does matter. Yeah, it would have mattered. Yeah.
Nobody's ducking.
Yeah.
So you have to be the top 4 in your conference based on your conference wins. It's only based on that. It ain't based on, well, we played them. We played this. Man, F all that job, man. It's based on your conference win.
Hey, this is smart though. They got the committee got to come see you, bro.
But that's not rocket science, bro. They do this everywhere. Can I tell you something? I'm finna blow y'all brain. Before we got rid of the divisions like the Coastal and the Atlantic, we did the same thing.
Well, how you say? What do you mean by that? Before we got rid of the 2 divisions?
Remember, the ACC used to have the Coastal Conference and the Atlantic Conference. You had a set of teams on this side and a set of teams on that side.
On that side, yeah.
And the top 2,
the SEC did that too, ain't it?
the East and the West, they would do same thing.
Okay.
So instead of doing that was with a top 4 team. So instead of that, you just take the top 4. So you got all 4 teams represented equally. All 4 conferences represented equally with 4 teams. Now, if people want to say...
So no more G5 then?
No, go get your own damn conference. Go get your own championship. No, but they can...
Man,
but listen, they can...
Cinderella stories. Now, what if JMU come in here and it's a close game? We know they're not going to win, but say if it's a close game, y'all not going to say they deserve that spot?
No, you know what you do? You know what you do? Yeah, but you know what you do? You apply to go into the ACC, Big 10, Big 12, SEC. Do what UCF did. Do exactly what UCF did. You win enough games consistently and say, hey, I'm finna go get into one of these big boy conferences.
Yeah.
Just that simple.
It is though.
Because to me, a Notre Dame, a Tulane and a JMU would be in the same boat as a Notre Dame. You want to win your conference, but you don't want to, you know what I mean? You don't want to play with the big dogs until the end and hope you do something. No, do what UCF did. Go in there, win enough games, apply, get in there, get your head knocked off, and make a play for it. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, you're not lying though. That's exactly what UCF did. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
No, he said missing the G5. We don't care about no G5. Who cares?
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
Like I'm being honest. Who cares? Like nobody. Because think about this. Oh, everybody right now has said, okay, let me ask you this. Lane Kiffin has left, right? Watch this. I'm gonna show you something.
Okay.
Ole Miss is playing who? Tulane?
Yeah, Tulane, yep.
Watch this now. You ready?
Yeah.
Ole Miss is playing Tulane. I almost got 1,000 windows open on this damn. I know my computer about to blow up. even with Ole Miss, who just lost their coach, and Tulane lost their coach, but I believe he's going to coach this game. Ole Miss is still a 12-point favorite.
12, but that's not a lot though.
What?
We talking about SEC? I mean, bro, yeah, it's two. You could say 2 touchdowns it's 2 touchdowns, but
In the
bro,
playoffs.
we talking about G5. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
We're talking
this is
about.
too late. Yeah, you're right though.
Hold on, is this the right game? Hold on, I may be wrong. No, hold on. I'm sorry. That's September 20th. I apologize. That's the wrong one. I apologize. Wrong date. 17 points. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Okay. Oh, nah. Yeah, that's dead.
Hold up. September 20th, they were only a 12-point. December 20th, Ole Miss is a 17-point favorite over Tulane right now.
All right, yeah, that's too
What you talking
much.
about?
If it was 12, then I would have been questioning like why is it so close? But 17, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I see what you're saying, Coach.
Well, here go the funny thing.
So
Hold on, I'm finna blow you. Hold on, but I'm finna blow your brain out, Florida Zoo. September 20th, they were a 12-point favorite. The score was 45-10. They already played these people, and they beat them 45-10.
Yeah, nah, that's a wrap. Them games gonna be blowouts. There's gonna be tune-up games for them
Come on.
boys. That's tune-up games for them boys for the next week. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Get the G5 out of here.
Hold on. Who is JMU playing? Oregon.
They're the 12th seed. Yeah.
They're playing Oregon, right? Watch this. And it's only Monday. It's only Monday. Bro, it's only Monday.
Yeah. Monday today.
What do you think James Madison's spread is right now?
To take a guess against Oregon, that's just probably like 21 or more.
21 and a half, dog.
Oregon got
21 and a half.
Yeah. Nah, Oregon got to stick. That's gonna be a blowout. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably be like a 45-7 type of game, even if they get a touchdown. Yeah, G5. Yeah, I see G5. Nah, it's no competition.
Not on the same level, bro.
Nah, they not. Hey, Coach, though, I had another question for you, though.
Talk to me.
How you, bro? I never knew until this year you could opt out a bowl game until Notre Dame did it. Like, bro, bro. First of all, that's some loser shit, bro. Like, my bad about the language, but that's some loser stuff, bro. Like, how you going? Y'all the top team that didn't make it, and y'all not gonna play a bowl game. Y'all not gonna let y'all freshmen that didn't play get a chance to play. The lower classmen, y'all top running back that's supposed to be going in the draft. I'm not gonna let nobody. That's some loser shit. I ain't gonna lie. That's some
he wouldn't. I'll tell you this. I mean, Jordan Love probably wasn't gonna play anyway, and I'm okay. I mean, Jeremiah Love, excuse me, wasn't gonna play anyway, and I'm okay with that. What I just don't like is, like I'm saying, it's like you taking your bat and ball and you going home because you didn't get what you wanted, right?
Come on.
To me, I don't like that. Now, if you got some guys, I get it. If you have some guys that are going to the league highly ranked, they probably not going to play. I understand that. But you might have some old linemen that's on the cusp. You might have a DB that's on the cusp that might need that one little game to maybe push him over the edge. That might help his grade. Who knows? But because you're in your feelings, and I like what Cliff tried to do. Well, the players came together and said, man, whatever. Them coaches said, hey.
Man, they didn't say that. Ain't no player not saying I don't want to play.
I don't want to play. But y'all, yeah, whatever, dog. Come on.
Hey,
and I'll take my hat off to Florida State. Florida State went out and played. Florida State, they ain't do it this year, but Florida State, when they took their thing, they went and played Georgia. Anyway, they could have opted out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even though they got spanked, they still showed up. Like, show up at least. And y'all playing a good team too. They would have played BYU, ain't it? In the Pop-Tart Bowl.
I don't know. Who cares? They quit us.
Yeah, nah, you're right, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, I'm happy the committee did the right thing though by putting us in front of them because of the headset. I'm not gonna lie. If the committee didn't do that, they would have probably lost their credibility. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Get
They
your
would have
shot.
yeah, they would have lost their credibility a lot. Even though people still probably don't respect them, but they would have lost it.
Listen, man. Shout out to Google Nerds Be Humorless Flomos. Get your shots in too, Coach Hayes. Your Canes won't ever be the same again after the trip the end of next season. Enjoy the college football playoff while it lasts. I appreciate you. Okay, I get it. You and your feelings. I understand that. You emotional.
Coach, we about to run the table. Hey, Texas ain't, bro. We could hang with these teams though. This was what Mario been building. If people don't realize, ever since year one, he been saying that he's trying to build to compete for a level like a championship level type of team. These are the pillars, like Ruben Bain, Francis Manoa, like Inez Cooper, Wesley. These are the pillars of this program that built it from the ground up. Bro, we got a chance to run the table this year, for real. All we had to do is get in. Our roster is built for the playoffs. That's what people don't realize. Like, if you look at it, like, okay, this is what people's excuses, especially I got friends that are like Alabama, Georgia fans. This is our excuse. This is the excuse. Carson Beck, what version of Carson Beck gonna show up? Man, I keep telling them, ever since that SMU game, it clicked. Like, the offense has been unstoppable. People forgot he didn't play spring. He's sidelined. Like, new quarterback coming in, a new system, new players. You didn't even have proven wide receivers to begin with. Like, everything was new for him. You come in the season, you don't know who's gonna be your number one receiver, all that. And look what he did with that, bro. The more games that they play, the more reps that they get, they're gonna be unstoppable. Bro, like, to me, this, like, we had the number one offense last year. This offense gonna be even that. I wouldn't say it's not gonna be Cam Ward-ish, but it's gonna be that. We're gonna be that in the playoffs for sure.
I like it.
And the defense biting.
It's biting.
Defense is biting. This is all we like. Last year, if we had this defense, we would have ran the table too. But, bro, look at it, bro. Am I lying though, Coach? Like,
no,
you
I
watch
get it.
football, you watch the tape, like, you see this. Like, bro, we got it. We got the pieces.
I'm with you, bro. Listen, we can do what we need to do. I'll just say this to you, Florida's open. To your point, we got the pieces, but at the end of the day, we have to do our job. Like Mike Irvin said, we have to look at the man next to us and say, I will do my job. And that's just it.
That is good. That's it. Yeah. Execute. That's it. That's the game. Execute. No BS. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Execute. That's it. Nah, I'm not lying.
That's it. All you gotta do is play the game. Man, don't be scared to let that thing go. And like I said, when you come out of there, you just let it rip. You know what I mean? Try and keep your guys as healthy as possible, because that's what this game is all about at this point. It's about being healthy, man. I hate to say that to you.
Yeah, it is.
It is literally about your players and can they play. Huh?
We getting players back, ain't it? Are we getting players back? We getting a lot of players back.
No, we are, but yeah, but we talking about
staying healthy is the problem.
Yeah, 300-pound bullets, bro. People don't really. Yeah. I don't think people really don't understand. And I'll say this: this game is nowhere near as physical as it used to be. However, you still got 300-pound bodies falling. 300. I always tell this: 300 pounds of feathers or 300 pounds of rocks. If it fall on you, which one heavier?
Same thing. It's 300
Come on.
pounds.
So whether it's a big old softy up there blocking, or he the meanest dude in the world, he a 300-pound dude falling on you. And guess what? Ligaments, legs bend backwards, some go sideways, something gonna break, and that's just what it is.
Facts.
It's just what it is.
It's facts.
You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, Hey, but going back to what I saying about the offense, hey, you don't feel like the OC been like saving shit up his sleeve for the playoffs, saving something up his sleeve for the playoffs if they have made it? Because just watching the games, we like to run a lot of mesh, the reverse like mesh, the comebacks outside, comebacks, like little shit like that, inside zone. We like to change it up, but it's really the same play calls. You think we're gonna change it up? Like, you think he got something in his bag on me for the playoffs?
I'll say
We're
this.
gonna see
He
a lot
better.
of the same thing.
He better. What you holding it
Yeah.
for? Like, to me, I never
What you
I
at?
never understood that. I was a coach that never understood. What am I holding it for? It's easier for me to create, locate, find, invent, get on the phone and talk to somebody another way to skin a cat. Then guess what? I got a way to skin a cat and there ain't no cat to be skinned. Does that make sense? What purpose
Nah,
does it
makes
mean
sense, Coach.
to it's like when it's the same thing as saying, well, you ain't use your timeout. You can't take them with you. You know this game is win or go home. So why am I going to go home, especially if I'm in an opportunity? If it's close, whatever. I'm going to throw everything I have at you. I got a week to figure something else out later. And guess what? What I may throw at you, two Florida Zoe, what I may throw at you, I may have 10 bullets. But if I only use 4 of them, I still got 6 for next week. And guess what I can do? I may have 6, but that ain't gonna stop me from getting another 4 that I used up.
Yeah, reload.
Come on with it.
Yeah, you're not lying. Yeah, you're not lying though. That's the game.
It don't make no sense to get in the casket with a full clip. Tell me what sense it makes to jump in the casket with a full clip.
Empty it out.
Hey, Florida Zoe, you don't need to switch in heaven. Hey, God got you. God got you. You don't need to switch in heaven. Let that thing go now. You understand me? Man, so let me get up out of here, man.
Hey, one thing though, Coach. Hey,
Talk to me.
you should, no lie though, you should do that. The good, the bad, and ugly for the playoffs.
Of course.
So,
Of course.
I know you do it. I know you do it for just Miami, but you should do it for the other teams.
You know
too,
what?
No lie.
I may do something. I may not do it as extensive as that. Because it takes so much, and like I said, nothing happens from it, which is fine. But it takes a lot. It's like it takes a few hours to get those done. But what I should do, to your point, I guess you're right. I'll pull out some big plays, some ugly plays, some bad plays, and put them all, like, kind of mix them all up into one. Maybe I might do that. Okay. That's a good deal. I don't know if I could do it for the whole game like I do Miami's, but I may pull out, 3 good plays, 2 good plays for Alabama, 2 good plays for this, whatever, like per game. Yeah. 3 good, 3 bad, 3 ugly, something like that. All right,
you be breaking it down though perfectly though. I fuck with that. I like what you're doing over there though, Coach.
I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man.
All right, for sure, bro.
My man. Safe. Yes, sir. You too, man. No switches in heaven, dog. No switches in heaven.
Nah, ain't no switches in heaven. Let it out. Let it out.
Rakaka. Let them cook. All right, man.
All right.
So, all right, man. Look here, dog. That's a good call, man. I appreciate that, man. Florida Zoe, that boy said he played a swab job. But my God, boy, he went back. Anyway, like I said, good call there, man. Let me quick love to everybody that came through. Lewis been a member. Thank you. Skinny for the $4.99. Came through twice. Tommy Cruz, thank you. Tommy Cruz, again, thank you, man. I appreciate all those that donated. Trust me, everything helps this show grow and go at the same time. So with all that being said, man, this was a great show again for the Coach Me Coach podcast. It's only Monday. Check us out tomorrow, Tuesday. We got another one coming up, man. I said I'm only going to be on here an hour and a half. Look at me, 3 hours and 4 minutes. Might as well stay to 3:05 and call it a Miami show. Let's do it. But with all that, we up out of here. Peace, love. Catch the same time tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Coach A Football. Shout out to everybody on Twitter. Y'all come on over. 210 people on Twitter, 133 on Facebook. I'm sorry, on YouTube. Excuse me. I don't know why my Facebook ain't linked up. It ain't showing. But we're going to get it right. With all that, we out of here. Peace. Guess what, y'all?
Run up on this shit you want, I'm swinging.
Let me cook.
If them hoes ain't bad as glow.
What they doing? Let me cook. Let me cook.
Let her cook. All this sauce,
let me cook. One time on your mind.
I'm bringing hoes out.
Yes, sir. They don't know about that goddamn. They don't know about that now. Let her cook. We out of here, man. Peace.